Best.
Welcome to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Touchdown, Braylon Edwards. Braylon Edwards, touchdown, Michigan. Running pattern to Edwards, touchdown, Michigan.
Where we bring you the best in sports, entertainment, and insight. Join us every weekday from 2 to 4 p.m. as we break down the latest games, analyze the biggest plays, and dive into the hottest topics in sports. We'll have exclusive interviews with your favorite athletes and guests, and you'll get a front row seat to all the action. So tune in to the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Got one-on-one going end zone. Edwards in the air. Oh, what a catch by Braylon Edwards. His second touchdown of the game.
On the Woodward Sports Network, where sports comes to life.
Have a show.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Braylon Edwards, to the Braylon Edwards Show with Anson, Woodward Sports 2.0. Excited to be here today to talk to you. I want to welcome in the chat. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being present. I know it's a beautiful Memorial Day weekend, but before you get to the weekend, before you get to the vibe, how about you stop here and let's have a good time? Excited. It's going to be a fun show, man. We got some Lions talk for you. Actually, some really good Lions talk probably will drive the show. Literally, Colton Pouncey of The Athletic came out with an article in the New York Times saying it's going to be a good one. It is the top 10 Lions that can make or break their season. Talking about what Lions need to be the best version of themselves, because if they're the worst version of themselves, it can potentially hurt that. So we'll get into that early on in the show. But first, I just want to say, Anson, how you feeling, man? Memorial Day weekend coming up.
You know what that means.
Movement is in the building. Shout out to TechnoFest, a.k.a. Movement.
That's right. I wore my Hunter.
Oh, Detroit does it right.
Hey.
Detroit does it right.
First of all,
1,000%. You
I
see
can
that
feel
in the
the beat
video?
already in my soul.
oh yeah, we got a lot of good movement clips here.
That's 2023, man, out there having a good time, man. Like, movement is always a very, very special time of the year.
That's the truth, man. Shout out to my guy Braylon. Keeps me looking good in the Detroit vintage techno gear. I wore my Hunter Green yesterday. Got the olive out today. I'll have more of that going on downtown. But, bro, I got a text last night from Stick. And he's like, the tickets are in your name.
Hey.
On Monday, Braylon's your date. That's what the text said.
You know what, I like that because the weather is going to be a little bit
Hell
iffy
yeah.
tomorrow.
Yes,
1,000% not the best day to go. Sunday is reserved for the family. That's the cool day to get it out the way, get the barbecue going. So Monday, I got a date with you moving. It sounds like my date is Anson. You know what I love about Memorial Day? As I ask you guys, welcome in, what do you guys got going on this weekend? What is Memorial Day to you? Also, remember, it is about the veteran. It is about the best. That is why we celebrate that day. Don't want it to get lost in translation. But for me, Memorial Day it's the reset from winter. Like, Memorial Day is the reset from winter, man. And now the sun's starting to shine a little bit more. You're not looking as cold, although it's been a little bit cold here. Like, we had a hard-ass winter. Like, it was cold. I'm talking about put that video on if you will.
Don't put it
negative
on.
13 degrees.
Dude, you ruined my day
I'm just
about
being
an hour
honest.
ago with this thing.
I'm just saying, like, this is what it looked like.
Oh, that winter. Yeah.
I'm trying to make it a
This is-
distant memory.
We got the volume on it, too. This is what it looked like. You remember this? January,
All
February.
too well, brother. All
You want
too
the
well.
volume?
Like 100%. This is me praying on the way. You want to you want me to answer? So this is what happens in the morning. I had that rental car. The rental car was a Hummer electric. So I'm legitimately having to take the car to get charged in the morning at a Chase Bank on Farmington and 12 Mile. So I'm walking over to the YMCA where I work out occasionally from time to time, as you know, in an article a couple years ago. It's cold as hell. 13 degrees. That's the winter we just left. Snowing, blizzards, and things of that. So when I see Memorial Day, I get excited, especially when you have winters like we just had. So shout out to Memorial Day, shout out to Movement, and all the barbecues, and all the food, and all the sides, and the family gatherings, man. Like, this is kind of the set point for me where you start to see that family. Winter, you get a little tucked off, get a little closed off. Sun comes out, opens up, gets warm. You start to see everybody.
See, Memorial Day for me, it's about Detroit. It's about techno Christmas. So we had a great time on opening day. We told people, hey, this is the unofficial first holiday of Detroit. And you see people that have left Michigan come back for that weekend. You see families go downtown. You see people in their 20s go for their first time and realize what an amazing day is. Because there's really only 6 cities that really do it up for opening day. Fast forward to Memorial Day.
Yeah.
That's right. Fast forward to Memorial Day, and you have the oldest, longest running electronic music festival in the world. TechFest, DEMF, Detroit Electronic Music Festival, now known as Movement, courtesy of our friends over at Paxahau. But what you don't realize if you've never been before, this is the first time all year, now that the NIAAS, the National International Auto Show, is in summer, this is the first time of the year that people from all over the world come to Detroit. And this really started about 10 years ago when the festival buzz and bug took over everybody. And we started, wow, man, this guy's here from Argentina. This guy's here from London. And now, since we've really been, become this new city of Renaissance that people want to visit, come downtown this weekend, Detroiters.
Yeah.
See people enjoy your city the way you saw it at the draft a couple years ago, because that's what's going on for Movement this weekend.
Yeah, realistically.
Shout out,
the last part Anson said, man, like he's right about everything, but that last part is important. We remember what it felt like to be at that draft in 2024, to be downtown in Campus March. That thing
Epic.
That thing was epic. We broke the record. Over 775,000 people attended. You know what felt good? It felt good to have people see your city the way you see it. Have your people see it through your eyes on what's coming on. So it's always good to be downtown, man. Excited to be with you, too.
Look at this screen here. Look at how this is
Excited to
actual
see.
main stage right here. This is 2 years ago. This is from my Instagram. Look at that beautiful shot, man.
Shout out.
Movement, baby.
Shout out
I
to
was
the
gonna
people in the chat,
just
man.
piggyback on that as well.
Go ahead.
Just my experience with Woodward Sports, just this 5 years I've been here, the street events, the remotes, all of that type of stuff we've been doing, getting out into March Madness. As our teams have gotten better and more people are coming here, it's been awesome to talk to the fans and hear them say stuff like, yo, I haven't been here in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. What happened?
Yeah,
Y'all
right?
look amazing.
No doubt.
Y'all, that's been the most awesome thing, especially a lot of our Midwestern people, because now you can kind of tell they're like, man, maybe we need to get with the times. Look at what Detroit is doing. So it's cool to see that we are putting on. The events are awesome. I remember back in the day, we really tried hard, but now I think we're actually doing the darn thing. So
I'm
shout out to Detroit.
I'm reading some of these chats. Doughboy Steve, techno is stupid, and I'm from Belleville, where it was created.
Wow.
Just hold on, let me finish.
Somebody told Moby the same thing.
Chim Richards. Nobody listens to techno. Marshall Mathers. There's a bunch of comments in here about techno. At the end of the day, Techno Fest is more than just techno music. It's not even just about Techno Fest. House music has evolved.
Everything that was born from it.
House music has evolved over the last 30 years, so it's not just oots, oots, oots. That's not what you. Hold on, Hanson.
I'm waiting.
Oh yeah. So you're not gonna. That's not what you're gonna get when you go there. You'll get a lot of different type of music. You'll get a lot more vibes. You get a lot of different areas. There's multiple stages. But it ain't even about that, man. It's just about hanging out with the people. It's about seeing the city in a certain light. It's about being downtown. You don't have to go pull up to Techno Fest, which people come from miles and miles and miles away, other countries, like Anton said, which is super dope, to spend money in your economy, to bring up our economy. Just go downtown. Be in the mix, be in the vibe. Go get a bite to eat somewhere, man. Just feel that energy. Feel the connection to the crowd. Feel the connection to your city. Because I definitely at some point this weekend plan to go down there and get that vibe, because it is one.
That's right. Hey, listen, how many of your wives didn't care about football but had a great time at the draft downtown?
That's a great point.
Seeing the city at its peak. I'm going to shut down the nobody listens to techno right now.
Don't
You remember?
don't go off too much.
I won't, but you remember
this Friday.
But you
chill
remember
vibe.
that album?
Friday chill.
You remember that album, "Confessions on a Dance Floor" by Madonna?
Ish, yes.
So that was the first time that they incorporated electronic and remixed every track on an album. I challenge you to go and find a hip hop album, a country album, a rock and roll album, a pop album that doesn't have at least one track that's electronic. That's techno, my friend.
And the hip-hop legends, shout out to my guys, Grandmaster Flash and the Furious 5.
Hey.
They will tell you. They will
doubt.
tell you exactly about Detroit, its long history, and it's interesting that they got inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but they continue to talk about one of their best experiences ever when touring. One of the best stops is right here in Detroit, and they say it's because of the diversity, not just the music, but also the food as well. They love the food here, but they do. They call back to some of the things that we pioneered here in terms of our style of hip hop, but also you talk about techno music, which in DC,
Belleville
you
3.
look at dubstep and you look at all these other things that have kind of come from that. Dubstep took over the East Coast, man.
Yes, sir.
And so that when you talk about maybe techno isn't for you, sometimes you still need the inception to be able to get something that you actually do like.
Also, too, man, like realistically, like techno's from here, like and just like a lot of places, the things that birth those places, the things that are those places, the people that live there, the people that have been there, they don't take advantage of those things. They don't appreciate those things. A lot of times it takes an outsider to come in and tell you about the beauty of your city. Like when you talk about music, you talk about techno, look at the wave of all the house music that took over in
everywhere.
Everywhere? Then it birthed here. Between here and Chicago, you're talking about the birth. You know how much money is made in house music? I mean, clubs people see, all those vibes you see, all the athletes and all the stars going to. Like the house music is in the building, whether it's Calvin Harris, whether it's Afrojack, whether it's some version of that. All those guys, Swedish House Mafia, got their inspiration from the city of Detroit. So whether you vibe with the music, rock with the music, it still comes from here, and it has birthed a lot of cash.
Techno and punk, both born in the city of Detroit and created by black men, black Detroiters. The Belleville 3 and one more, and the punk. They found out that punk, same thing, man. Listen, people need to realize the background. Like, here. Bro, we own music origination in this city. Motown, techno, come on, Madonna. I mean, all the greatest. Stevie Wonder, Eminem. It doesn't stop. Let's go.
Shout out to you.
Hell yeah,
Shout out to the city,
Detroit, baby.
The musical genius that is Detroit. What are you guys doing? Talk about it in chat. Freddie Felt already invited me to a barbecue. I appreciate you. You saved that plate. Anybody else? What are your plans? What are you eating? What's on the grill? Who's on the grill? We'll get that conversation going throughout the entirety of this show. We'll get back to you on that. Let's not waste too much time.
I'm going to bring you back some Frankenmuth chicken from this weekend.
Pass.
Roasted chicken.
Keep that Zenders.
You bring me back some Frankenmuth Zenders chicken. Like, you know what? Like, me and you, I'm just coming to do the show. I won't even speak to you.
Why are you so mad about Zenders?
Because you know, man.
I got to mess with it, dog.
It's overrated.
Him and T-False hate it, dog.
It is overrated. 1,000.
It puts him in the mood, dog.
I'm just, it just.
I love it.
It just gets to me.
All right. You ain't about that Zenders.
Hell no, I ain't about that Zenders. Man. Y'all know I don't play when it comes to that bland ass chicken that is Frankenmuth. Although I love the city of Frankenmuth, I'm just not rocking with Zenders. Like I talked about it, wanted to, we teased it a little bit, but Colton Pouncey of the Athletic. Side note, I think I might have to buy Athletic per monthly, only because there's a lot of articles that come
on the
on there.
fence on that.
And every time, you get an article sent to you and you want to click and get the whole article, here comes the sign up, here's the name. Man, it's not a ton a month, and they have enough decent articles, so I think I might need to pull the trigger.
Shout out my cousin. Today, Jared sent me 12 screen caps from an Athletic store we'll break down next week. But, yeah, honestly, I kind of – like, I boycotted ESPN for 20 years. Ever since I went to Insider, like, if I have to pay to read your rag, I'm not paying. It's not happening.
Well, I didn't have to pay, so we got the article. We got the information today. Who are the guys on this team this year that have to be the best version of themselves? If you can get that out of them, then just like that right there, appreciate Sweet Potato Cam, you can hear that fierce growl of a real jungle lion. So I think that's what the topic is today. If I told you that conversation as we put them up there when you get a second, who would be the first player that comes to your mind who needs to be the best version of himself? Because if he's not, it can severely hurt the Detroit Lions.
So I can't look behind me, right?
Nope.
And I can't look up there.
And chat, I want you to get into who are the players that you think are on this list. Sweet Potato Cam, you watch that chat, you see what people are saying. Who are the guys on this list?
Right, don't look at the monitor.
So I listen. I don't peek at Christmas presents. There you go. I appreciate that. Yep. Now I can look that way. I don't peek at Christmas presents. Made that mistake one time. The goal for me is to hit the top spot, right?
The goal is to get all 10.
But 100%. I want to hit the top spot.
You want to hit the top spot.
What is that? Family Feud? That's what we're going for. Number one here. So
100 people surveyed. 100 answers.
Can I say before he starts,
100.
I am surprised that one person is not on this list at all.
And we'll get that. I guarantee I know who that person is. He's on defense.
I got 9. I'm really struggling to find my 10th, but
100%.
I'm slapping the buzzer first. I'm saying Aleem McNeil. He's got to be in the top 3.
Ding, 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 ding. He is in here. They have him at 8.
I knew they was going to be
they
lower.
Have him at 8 on the list, and this is what they said about him. Aleem McNeil had the look of one of the best young defensive tackles in 2024, tore his ACL and came back naturally when there was rust upon his return to action. McNeil did not generate pass rush on a similar level. His pass rush win rate fell to 14.3%, 12th among qualified defensive tackles, and 10.3%, 38th among qualified tackles. The Lions asked him to play defensive and even at time versus heavy run teams, but even as a pure defensive tackle, he wasn't able to find a constant rhythm. Aleem McNeil is definitely one of the names that I had circled in the season. I've talked about it a bunch. I've talked about what he was when he was starting to take off, when the Lions felt comfortable to pull the trigger on the contract. You saw a defensive tackle that could stop the run. You saw a defensive tackle that could get in the backfield and disrupt all the schemes and everything was going on. I was super excited to see what he could be. The injury and coming back last year, once he came back, once he was healthy, he was not the best version of himself. And I understand you give players wiggle room. I, too, have been a player that have been hurt. But now that he's coming into this season, Anson, he's got to be the best version of himself. Because if he's not, I think it could hurt the Lions.
Because who the hell else is in the middle there? I mean, I like Tyleek, but let's go. Come on.
So we got Aleem McNeil. That's a good guess. You know what? We'll keep you going as long as you get them right. First time you get it wrong, I'll throw it over to Kool-Aid and we'll see what they got in the chat. Because I know the chat is cooking. Okay. I know the chat is cooking. Who we got? Number 2.
I mean, Terrion has to be on there.
So this is the player that Kool-Aid was talking about.
100.
He's not on there?
He's not on there.
How am I whiffing
We
already?
don't have a secondary. How can we not have the one cornerback that we've drafted that's healthy? What are we talking about here? This one confuses me, Brian.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you. This is one where if Terrion goes out there and takes that next step, well, and you're talking about giving even your safeties a little bit more time to get healthy if your cornerbacks are running step for step, stride for stride. He has to. He cannot have a step back at all. Terrion Arnold has to go out there. He can't be handsy. Continue to make the strides as it relates to keeping those penalties away and being that one guy. Be that 1A cornerback. Don't be the guy that we have to question or wonder about. You were drafted to be that deal. You stood on that stage in Detroit, as Bray was talking about, and you said, I'm home. They were like, yo, are you speechless? You're like, no, I'm just taking in the city. You got to go out there and take all that's in front of you, bro. And I think Terrion Arnold has to absolutely be one of those top 10 players to ball out for the Detroit Lions this year. It's a make or break.
I'm pissed. I'm taking my microphone and going home.
What's up?
Terrion Arnold definitely needs to be
Thank you.
He needs to be a guy that's on this list. And the reason why is where you draft him, when you draft him, and what he's supposed to be. Terrion Arnold's supposed to be your number 1 defensive back. And now this is going into year 3. Maybe why he's not on this list is maybe due to injuries. Maybe they're giving him the injury bug, which I don't necessarily understand because they're not giving other people on this list the injury bug. So for me,
what if they're not even considering him on the roster because he's going to be in court, and that's why he's not on this list?
Oh, that could be.
He should be on this list. And I heard you say that earlier. I should have banked that one.
That could be. And shout out to Chim Richels, who was the first one to chime in
he
there.
was.
That's exactly who he had mentioned. Terrion Arnold is the first person I can think of.
Because he was drafted. Like, you think about the investment that they made. We all believed, you know what? One of these guys have to hit between Ennis Rakestraw and Terrion Arnold, and we had a lot of faith in Terrion Arnold. They had their pick of cornerbacks. They could have said, you know what, we want to trade up because Brad Holmes has not been afraid or shy to trade up for somebody he believes is going to be his guy. But they believed it was Terrion Arnold. I do believe he's going to have a good season. Like, I'm not mad at Terrion. The energy is just from – I do believe he's one of those guys that has to be one of the top 10 on this list, in my opinion. Even over guys that could DJ Wanham.
Let me
revealing spoiler.
Let me reward some of these individuals in the chat. Michael Ware, our guy, smash that like button. The like police Michael Ware is in the chat. $2 super chat. Kirby, Branch, Aleem, Moore, and J-Mo. Now, Moore and J-Mo are not on this list, but let me tell you about it. Branch and Kirby are definitely at this list. In fact, Anson, Branch and Kirby are top of this list.
I got Branch on mine.
100%. I knew you would, but I wanted to give him
1
some love.
and 2. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Not necessarily even label. Here you go. The two biggest wild cards on this roster play safety, so it's only right to pair them together. Well, start with Kirby Joseph. It's been a concerning stretch in the Detroit's All-Pro safety. For Detroit's All-Pro safety. He was limited in training camp with the knee. When the season began, Joseph started games but didn't finish them. His knee flared up several times. Things reached a boiling point after the Chiefs game. The Lions rested Joseph, hoping to avoid an IR stint, but several setbacks ended the season this offseason, and they expressed much concern, and now he is hoping to come back and have the best 2026. Kirby Joseph is an important piece for this Detroit Lions. He is the quarterback of that defense, so he has been. You saw him start to get better from year 1 to year 2 and really being able to place, and when they needed plays, be able to guy that can make a play for them as he is a ball hawk out of Illinois. What say you about Kirby? What does he need to be better at when he comes back, assuming the injuries are fine, which is why we didn't go get a safety in free agency, which is why we didn't draft a free agency. We're assuming the injuries are fine.
What does he have to do better? I don't know what he has to do better because he does everything.
Or do you even agree with
well.
this? Okay.
No, I agree with it. That he has to be on the field. The reports that I've heard from my insiders, he's looking good, and we're going to have full steam Kirby week 1. He was such a difference maker in 04, 03, and early 05 because, 24, 23, because he is that ball hawk that you mentioned. He literally scores points for you from the defensive side. He may not get to the end zone, but he's making plays to absolutely flip the field or actually take the ball away. And we didn't have anybody on our defense last year once we lost him that did that for us. We didn't get, fumbles from sacks. We just didn't turn the ball over and flip the field at all. And we certainly didn't score on any. When you have Branch out there, you know that at any point in the game, he can change the tide, especially in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, 100%. You bring up Branch, Khalid, so I'll just read off Branch. As for Branch, it's unclear what his 2026 season will look like. He's expected to miss time perhaps the first 2 months, the first month or 2 of the season, while he recovers from a torn Achilles. While players return from this injury, it is a devastating one. As Branch enters the final year of his rookie deal, he may not look like himself until the 2027 season. Now, this is key to pair those two together. As it relates to Kirby Joseph, Kirby will be healthy this year. Kobe will find it, so it will take time.
That's a relief.
Like when you're out for a year, when you miss growing as a player on the field, in action, in competition, consistently, like when you miss that for a year, it takes a while to get back into it. Like everybody's not going to be conditioned to just come back and start doing it. So we're going to see that. But Brian Branch, the Achilles are one of those injuries. We talked to Doc. You never want to get the Achilles. You never want to get the patella tendon. It's not necessarily one that you come back and operate like you were. So for him, I'm just nervous about the quick twitch stuff because he was already a slower safety coming in, and that was the big knock on him, but we saw him play at a fast rate. I'm nervous about the quick twitch stuff, and he's the one that I'm more nervous about of the two.
That was one of the things I was going to ask you about with Brian Branch is I know that he was more of a cerebral, kind of slower player, so I'm wondering if this is the type of injury that won't necessarily take away from him because he's a very high IQ guy. But you're right. Just kind of hearing you talk about it, I know you've been down these routes, obviously playing in the NFL and going through injuries. Brian Branch is somebody who, when you see him at number 1, I think it's very, very appropriate. I would agree with this, Brian. I had some time where I was pushing back just a little bit when you said Brian Branch is the Detroit Lions' best defensive player. I wanted to hold that out for like an Aiden Hutchinson because I think he's supposed to be. But realistically, it has been Brian Branch. And is it fair to say that Kirby Joseph might be the defense's best playmaker?
At one point, I believe he was transcending to that. He was aspiring to that. He was ascending is the word that I was looking for. He was ascending to that at one point. You look at 9 interceptions, 7 interceptions, 5 as a rookie. He the most notably ended Aaron Rodgers' career. It seemed like when you needed a play, he was there. If you don't believe me, go back to the Houston Texans game when Jared Goff put you in a terrible bind. Who comes out right after half? It's Kirby Joseph making plays. So I think he was that. But once again, when you miss this time, like I've been in his shoes where I've missed some time, I've missed a year and had to try to come back. It takes a little bit of time to trust your body, to trust your mind, and it's a whole mental game. So hoping he'll be back. But, yes, he was trending as the best playmaker for the Detroit Lions before he was injured.
I got to double down on that because it's supposed to be Hutch, right?
It's supposed to be, right?
But Hutch
was doing the same, and then he got injured. Like, if we're
but
going
the
to
other thing is he
That is
loads
true.
him up at
That
the
is
end.
I don't want to do Hutch like that. Like, Hutch was doing it.
I'm not taking anything away from
Okay.
him. What I'm saying is his production tends to come in lumps, in games where it's not necessarily needed.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Game's
And
over,
you'll-
or it's the end of the game,
and you'll see him
junkyard
load
time.
up those, passing down late fourth quarter, second and third sacks in games. What I need to see out of him is getting home in the third quarter in a tight game and turning the ball over.
game-changing plays in the fourth.
And we haven't
Yes.
seen that from him. Now with some help on the edge with the young rookie, Derek Moore, you might see less double teams. You might be able to see him get to that impact point at crucial moments. We always saw that from Kirby.
Yeah. To your point, Hutch isn't on the list. Maybe some people want him on the list.
okay.
The game that you're talking about, the plays that you're looking for, the plays that you're looking for will be the New York Giants. Obviously, Hutch is the one that closes that game out with the sack. Jameer Gibbs gets the touchdown
And
for
he's
60
having
yards.
at times.
100%, but you're looking for more of that.
Yes.
100%.
The
of this
timely big plays.
Got you.
We're still playing, right? Because I only have one strike.
No, you're still playing. You're still playing.
I was
The-
having fun,
the
and
chat
then it
is,
stopped.
The chat is doing the things. They're talking about Kirby Joseph a little bit. Shout out to Crazy Clown as well as Freddie Feld going back and forth a little bit.
And just real quick, I wanted to ask Anson because, obviously since we reveal Aiden's now on the list, how do you feel about that? Because he's one of those guys that you believe has to go out there and just hammer away and have one of those types
It
of
must be
seasons.
assumption. It must be 12 sacks, set it and forget it. Because if he goes out and has 7,
Gotcha.
we're screwed. Okay? Make or break, he will break us more than he will make us. He has to get home double digits. He has to get sacks. He has to create so much disruption that Derek Moore gets to 8 on the other side as a rookie. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I lie.
I believe that's going to happen. I'm not the only one. Shout out to QB Michael OG 420. Remember for 5 months. Look, man, we appreciate you, man. Keep this coming. Keep it coming. Keep it going.
out.
Down. Bet. Hut. Believe we're talking about Aiden Hutchinson taking tackle. And if I'm wrong, then correct me. All right, let's get you one more. Let's get to a commercial break.
And
let's
6 more likes before the commercial break.
1,000%.
One more
Here you go.
guess,
Give it-
6 more likes.
You know, when Anson talks, you got to tend to listen, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
All right,
considering the theme of 1 and 2, I'm going Sam Laporta.
Sam Laporta, ladies and gentlemen, is number 3.
There
you go. Did you look? Were you looking at the sheet?
Number 1 and number 2 were guys that were injured that were a big part of our success. We lost them like we
I
lost
see
Sam
it.
around the same
you
time,
got smart.
and our team broke. So these guys made us the year prior. Let's see what they have to say
Sam
about
Laporta
Sam,
was
buddy.
so crucial early in that season, man.
Yep, and you start
That's
to
about
notice
week
it
3.
around that Eagles game. There's a strong case to be made that Sam Laporta is now underrated, both in the context of the Lions roster and the tight end position at large. He's selfless and doesn't require the ball to be valuable. He draws the attention of linebackers and safeties. He has sure hands and can contort his body to – we saw that one-hand catch last year in the back of the end zone. That still was I don't know. We got to go back and look at Isaac Tesla's film, but that catch by Sam Laporta definitely is top 2 at least. He is sure-handed, and we saw that. He can do damage after the catch, et cetera, et cetera. Realistically, once he went down, this article might be 100% correct because you start to realize how underrated he was. That's one of the main things that the guy that used to sit in that chair, I'll give him credit on this, Shep, brought up. He brought up the fact that Sam Laporta went down, the offense changed. Jared Goff no longer had that safety blanket. Jared Goff.
Their first quarters
and
tanked.
Talk about that first quarter. Like, that's exactly what it was, Anson.
The other thing is linebacker cores for the opposing teams, they just didn't worry about our tight ends. And that meant our running game suffered heavily. You got an extra guy in the box, not worried about a top 3, maybe top 5 tight end in the league in Sam Laporta. And we watched. Our running game fell apart. So when you add in the fact that you got a weak offensive line, you got one of the best blocking tight ends out, but also one of your major weapons up the middle of the field, now the defense just gets to key in on your running game.
Yeah, when we get to the end of this, when we get all 10 out here, we might have to go back and see who's number 1. Because just breaking it down like that, what Sam Laporta was for this offense and how it stalled once he was gone, there's a case to be made that he could be the most impactful player coming back this season.
And also, just one more thing to kind of add there. Maybe we can do one where we go through the schedule and say which one of these
player for
games,
this
which
game?
player needs to be that one. Like the Giants game to me is one where I do believe that needs to be an Aiden Hutchinson blow it up type of game. I just really do. There's some games I was like, you know what? This needs to be Jack Campbell, especially against like your Vikings and such like that. So
Game 2 of the season needs to be Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Like
Talk about it. Talk about it.
42 of
No.
Jared Goff.
We're gonna take a quick commercial break. That's
Ah.
that is a tease. We could come back to that. Let the chat have some fun with that. But you better know. Game 2, it's got to be your quarterback. Anson, tell us a little bit about Loom, who's in the building.
We got something special, huh?
They were. We got a little something new for you guys. So I'm going to take a moment.
That's a
here.
lot of money.
I'm going to need to tell you about my favorite location and all the people there. They got locations throughout the state.
Oh, 25.
That's a lot of money.
Hey, listen, they are giving back for Memorial Day. From the 18th through the 25th, every purchase of $65 or more gets you entered to win your share of $25,000 in cash prizes. My only question now is, am I eligible? Because I'm going to get a couple entries. That's for real. For gas, groceries, whatever's getting a little too expensive these days because inflation is real. One lucky grand prize winner scores a $1,000 cash prize. Every Loom store will crown its own $500 winner and a $100 winner. And if you're a gold or platinum loyalty member, I'm getting close. Getting real close. You'll earn bonus entries automatically. Stock up, save big, enter to win. It's a win-win. Only at Loom's 40 locations across Michigan. Learn more at loom.com. Come on, guys. Let us be your plug.
There are regular sports bars, and then there's Art and Jake's, and guess what? Nobody even comes close on game day. With over 80 wall-to-wall TVs, 22 beers on tap, and a menu packed with fan favorites. They got exactly looking for you and exactly what you need. I'm telling you, the TVs, the atmosphere, the vibe, it's something special when you come to Art and Jake. We've been there. We've done shows there. We've hung out there. March Madness was amazing, and we enjoyed it at Art and Jake. So don't sleep on. We watched a couple Pistons game there. Too bad they're not in the playoffs anymore. Make sure you scan that QR code above my head that you see on the screen. Text the app. See what you got going on. Check that menu out, because it's not just bar food. I promise you that. Follow them at Jake's or Art and Jake's on socials. Check it out.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new face. New focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
All the Detroit Pistons coverage on Woodward Pistons on YouTube. Head over and subscribe now for in-depth Pistons coverage, player interviews, roundtables, and live watch parties. The bad boys of Detroit media are here. Woodward Sports.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports. Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.
What do we do on Memorial Day? We get a cooler full of ice and stock it full of beer. And you should be stocking it with all-day IPA from Founders. They are celebrating their 15-year anniversary. They've been pacing the IPA category. Citrusy, crisp, refreshing. It's balanced. It's perfect taste, man. 4.7% alcohol, so it'll do you all day long. Listen, it's Memorial Day weekend. If you haven't ever tried it, this is the weekend for you. If you already have tried it, you already know. IPA, all-day IPA from Founders.
All day.
Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential. I promise you, man, fitness is essential, mental and physical. So why not do it at a place, one, it's not judge you, and two, literally gyms are squeaky clean. I'm talking about new equipment all the time, trainers on staff, just a fun place to be at. 2,700 gyms around this country, over 54 here, man. Come on down, show up. We understand that your fitness is essential. Come on, do it at Woodward Sport, 1,000%.
Hey, and we back.
And also, too, man, like, fitness is serious. Man. You know, I come over and talk about it all the time. Go to Planet Fitness, man. If it's not Planet Fitness, go somewhere. Like, get some work in somewhere. It will help you tremendously. Regimentation is king. Been doing this now for 3 years, man. I'm the ultimate version of myself, I feel. And today marks 31 days where I haven't had a drink. So you mix that into the equation. I'm telling you, 100%. But before we went to the break, we were talking about the top 10 Detroit Lions that have to be on their game, because if they're not, they can make a break what the season does. And we've gotten 4 out of what I think we've gotten Branch, we've gotten Joseph, we've gotten Laporta, and we gotten Lee McNeil. So we have 6 to go. Anson Wells.
Don't turn around, Anson.
And we also found out there are a couple not on the list that people were talking about. A lot of people in the chat talking Derek Barnes. That's a guy that I will be looking for. That's a guy, considering where you're playing him and how you feel about him. Anson had that one too. So
no, I didn't actually have that one. I did have a few that I know aren't, though.
You guys that had Derek Barnes, 100%. He should be on this list for me. He's not. And Terry Arnold was another name that mentioned.
Oh, Derek Barnes should.
Yeah, that's 100% for me. Especially after that famous Jameis touchdown. That play alone.
But realistically,
watching that play was like, you want to talk about watching the season just completely just flutter out the window. When Amos, I can't even get his name right now. When Jameis caught that doggone pass and then spin move stepped over, I was like, come on. Like, this. Anyway, all right, finishing up with the list. Who do you have?
You can't get dropped by somebody who feels bad that they dropped you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like,
he said, like Jameis said a prayer for him as he was stepping over. He said, "Oh, bless you. I'm sorry. Good Lord will save you." End zone touchdown. Filet.
So we've only gotten 4 of these: Kirby, Branch, Laporta, 1, 2, 3, and then Aleem at 8.
Yes.
Correcto.
All right.
I don't agree with.
All right, the dude has to be on the list because
You know
I know they're not going to put Sewell on the list because he's a set and forget it guy. But you're moving him to the left tackle because you're making room for a guy on the right. He's your rookie, and basically your whole offensive line depends on this decision. It's a big decision, and they were ready to trade up to 13 to make sure that they could still make this decision. We're talking about Clemson's own Blake Miller, the guy you and I called back in March, my friend.
Number 17 pick to the Detroit Lions in the 2026 draft. Blake Miller is indeed on this list. It should be noted that some rookie struggles are to be expected of Blake Miller. He plays upright at times. He loses leverage and needs to prove he can hold up against NFL-level pass rushers and run defenders. When we did the Blake Miller breakdown, remember that's one of the things that I pointed out both times is I didn't like how high he was. I didn't like the leverage he played with. So that is in here. That could take time. But if there's a tackle in this rookie class that is ready for this sort of responsibility, it is Miller. He's one of the most experienced prospects in this draft. He'll play in his natural position of right tackle, and we can stop there. 100%. I think this is going to happen. That's why when you look at how the schedule lines up, outside of that Bills game, those first 4 games, they allow Blake to learn the game at the NFL level speed, allow him to make adjustments, allow him to make mistakes so that he really would be good for the middle to end of the season. Because, damn it, we're going to need Blake Miller. This is the reason why we went after a specific right tackle so that he can come in. You can replace him with Penei Sewell, put him at left tackle, and then they went after a guy that does not miss games, that does not miss practices, and that gets better and better year after year.
Losing leverage. Sounds like my love life. Speaking of love stories, Jared Goff has to be on this list, right?
You know what? I wouldn't put Jared Goff.
He's not?
I wouldn't put Jared Goff on this list this particular year based off of how the list is set.
Is he on the
Make
list?
or break. He is not.
It's nuts.
He's not. 'Cause the list is make or break.
I was so excited for this game, Bray. I'm not doing well. 2 strikes, and I've only gotten 2.
Jared Goff had a couple games last year where he reverted back to some of the Jared Goff stuff, but a lot of blame is on the offensive line. A lot of blame is on where they chose to go with the offensive coordinator. And then if you look at the stats, yes, a lot of run yards after catch. Yes. Go ahead, shake your head. What is it? Go ahead.
Bro, listen. If this guy has an MVP season, we're the number 1 seed. If he has an average season, you're 9-8.
But I think you're looking at it differently. 100%. Like, that's make or break. Duh. Like, the quarterback is always the make or break.
All right.
Like, it's always a make or break, because if that's the case, that's the same with Josh Allen. That's the same with who's the best quarterbacks. That's the case with Stafford, 100%.
Oh, you were talking about that game, too, as well.
I think what he's doing, and I could be wrong, Colton Pouncey, I'm not in his head, but I'm trying to cipher through. I don't think he's looking at the guys that had statistical good years. I think he's looking at guys that either were hurt last year and or didn't necessarily play their best. So I think this is like, you got to be better than last year.
All right, so where did my boy Blake Miller end up?
Blake Miller was 5, although I think that's very high for a rookie.
All right.
But it's a very important position considering who was playing it last year.
So DJ Reed was signed to be the QB1, CB1, right? Yep. And he underperformed. So based on your criteria, he's on this list, right?
The obvious name is Terrion Arnold, a 2024 first-round pick who hasn't put it all together yet. The upside is there for him, but the development into a plus player, but he needs to prove he's capable first. DJ Reed already has. There's a reason the Lions signed him to a 3-year, $48 million year. They expected baseline level for play from a coveted free agent cornerback last year, and for varying reasons, Reed did not live up to the expectations in 2025. A hamstring strain in Week 4 kept him out of action until Week 12. Reed told reporters he thought he tore it off the bone, which speaks to the severity. He never looked the same when he returned. However, the full offseason under his belt, Reed offering high-level play as he did in New York would alleviate a lot of concerns. My issue with DJ Reed has always been the same issue when we went and got him. Everybody was excited. Oh, we got DJ Reed. You see what he was able to do in New York. Like, when you're playing opposite of greatness, a lot of times you can be the best version of yourself. You can be something that looks a little bit different than you really are. Bringing him in to make him a number 1, I was always a little bit nervous.
And what number is he?
He's number 4. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8.
6, 7, 9, and 10 remain open.
You got this, A-Dub.
You got it. And Chad, what do you think about DJ Reed, and what do you think about their explanation for not making Terrion Arnold, instead going DJ Reed? Kool-Aid, as Anson kind of mulls that over a little bit. What are you thinking about that? Do you like the answer, or should they both have been on this list?
I do feel like they both should be on there. And if there was one to be on there, I do believe it should be Terrion Arnold. The investment made in him, the responsibility that he knew he was going to have, and that the organization knew that they wanted for him, that's why I believe he should be on this list. And if he does well, based off of the skill set that he has, the ability to effectively run the route for the receivers, and now you're seeing the penalties start to drop, if this guy can start to get more deflections, as well as be a little bit more versatile. If Kelvin Shepard's going to improve, I think that you have to have, and start to bring more versatility to a scheme. Yeah. You need your top-line guys like Terrion Arnold to be ready for that type of responsibility. And that's where I liked some of the steps I saw. Yeah. He gets to that next level. You're talking about a defense that's looking real good at all 3 levels, especially while you're waiting for Brian Branch to get back.
Listen to this about Sam Laporta. Going back a little bit, just listen to this stat. Weeks 1 through 10, the Lions ranked 7th in 12 personnel rate, 32%. Week 10, Laporta's last game from weeks 11 through 18, the Lions ranked 27th in 12 personnel rate, a second tight end, and they could trust. Jared Goff's EPA per dropback with Laporta on the field was 0.29. For context, the regular season leader was Drake May at 0.28. Without Laporta, Goff's EPA DB fell to 0.0. and that is top 10 in the NFL. That's what Sam Laporta. All right, cool.
Wow.
I got the next one.
1,000%.
I got the next one.
That's huge.
Your number one off-season free agent signing has to be big. And if he fails, your offensive line is screwed. Much like if the Blake Miller thing doesn't work. Give me Cade Mays.
The Lions needed an upgrade at center. Still reeling from a sudden retirement of Frank Ragnow. While Cade Mays isn't him, the Lions don't need him to be. They believe he's an ascending center turning 27 in April. That already passed. And just 2 seasons in NFL center experience. The Lions have made a multi-year deal and budget to give I was looking at somebody in the chat, and gave it to Mays. They've touted his ability to anchor the pass protection, given his size, 6'6", 325, which is very large for a center, 1,000% in this league. If a new offensive coordinator, Drew Peckson's goal is to tailor his offense into its strength, a gap scheme could get it done for the Detroit Lions. And with that gap scheme, Cade Mays, congratulations on that. A lot of people were excited about the pick. We were excited. This was somebody's guy, not necessarily our guy, but he was the position we needed. He was a third-ranked center coming to this free agency move. He's got to be a better version of himself, too, because he has only started in this league for 2 years, so excited to see what he can be. Cade Mays, great call.
Gap scheme. Sounds like my nightlife. Speaking of filling gaps, your number one pick last year didn't really do much until the end of the season. You don't really know anybody's name next to Liam aside from Tyleek.
1,000%. Let me get you what they have to say about it. It's time to take Tyleek Williams' training wheels off. This will be the first season Williams and McNeil will be paired as starters. Williams, the 2025 first-round pick. His tools to be good one in the NFL. He's massive, but light on his feet. He's instinctive and smart, often reading the backfield for clues about the play pre-snap. Realistically, you saw a little bit out of Tyleek Williams as the season went on. You saw some of the reasons why the Detroit Lions drafted him. He had some games in there where he was doing just that, dissecting the backfield a little bit. But for me, to draft a guy number one overall when you may have needed different positions as your first-round pick, as you may have needed different positions, it was a little bit interesting. And I don't think you got as much play out of Tyleek that I would like for that pick. He's got to have a big year. You pair him with Aleem McNeil and what we saw at him 2 seasons ago, this could be a really good defensive line, really good D-tackle, and really good at helping Jack Campbell, whoever that Mike linebacker is they bring in, and then Derek Moore and Aiden Hutchinson on opposite sides. So I'm all in with that being the conversation.
Okay. Legend in the building. Just want to throw that out there.
Shout out to Pops in the building.
All right, so I think you guys did throw this out here. I wouldn't have had it on my initial list. Considering the way Pouncey put this list together, I've got to say that DJ Wanham is on it. Our number 2 signing, a guy that before the draft was looked at as a key component of that defensive line, and now is really your swing guy that should be playing in a lot of different spots. And realistically, if your rookie in Derek Moore doesn't come along quickly, this is going to be your full-time starter, at least to start. Give me DJ Wanham.
The last time DJ Wanham played an elite edge like Aiden Hutchinson was the Vikings alongside Daniil Hunter. He recorded 20 sacks in 3 seasons and proved capable of dropping into coverage, defending the run, and being a versatile piece for that defense in Minnesota. The success didn't carry over to Carolina, but he settles into more of a secondary pass rush role with Detroit. The thing about DJ Wanham, when you talk about him for the Vikings, like this is before he got injured. This is before the injuries. Like it's going to be a different version of himself. But there's film, there's footage of him last year being able to set the edge, being able to make smart plays and smart plays and be rangy in there. Yep. He has to be good because he's going to help Derek Moore. Derek Moore as a young edge rusher, look, we can easily say, well, he's opposite Aiden Hutchinson. He's going to get 10 sacks. No, he's going to have to watch the guy in front of him. He's going to have to develop through that. So as good as DJ Wanham can be, as good as he can pick this up and be able to actually pass the information to Derek, who we drafted, to be that guy for the future, that's where I see him having his most supportive role. You got to be good for Derek Moore because he's going to take over this year. So shout out to you, DJ Warner. We got 2 left.
No, we got 1, I thought.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. Okay. We have 1 left because you did Cade Mays already. 1 left.
This one's tough.
And then we'll get to the Kool-Aid. I want to ask you some questions.
It could be big like Bates. It could even be Dortch, but I just don't think that they're worried
He's
about
not a big enough
Bates,
name.
and
I
I don't
help you
think
out with
Dortch
that.
is that important to the team. There is a guy that took a lot of capital to get, showed some flashes last year, and realistically, if you want to have a top 3 offense, you got to have 3 great wide receivers. We know we got 2, but is Isaac Tesla going to show that he is that guy? Maybe number 10 on this list?
Not Isaac Tesla. Realistically, I don't think it'd be
Strike
Isaac
out.
Tesla.
I made it through 9.
His play would be through the offense. I mean, the Lions wanting to utilize him though. Like I don't think his play outside of that drop. Like I can't point to plays where I'm like he has to be better. He has to get better because we didn't see him enough. So I don't think he should be on here. However, what is the straw that stirs this drink for the Lions when they're at their best? What position is it? What is the position that we struggled at last year?
Oh, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Offensive line.
Thank you. Offensive line.
Somebody else in there, huh?
Yeah, who else is starting on this offensive line? Because
is Mahogany considered a starter?
Christian Mahogany showed promise as a rookie, performing well in a few spot starts. I love this on the list, 1,000%. If Mahogany proved to be a hit, the Lions would have a cheap interior option for at least the next 3 years. Instead, he finished his second year grading as one of the worst pass blocking guards in the league when healthy while missing 6 games with a fractured fibula. This is the guy that we put out there. Miles Frazier, we keep hearing his name, but right now Christian Mahogany is your starting left guard. If you want to get back to any resemblance, I don't care about the moves you made. I don't care about Cade Mays. I don't care about Blake Miller. If Christian Mahogany cannot be a left guard that you can depend on, that you can count on, you can only run things one way. And when you can only run things one way, guess what the defensive coordinator's job is? It's called easy. Christian Mahogany has to be a better version of himself this year if the Lions plan to get back to some of that success that they had in the running game, in the play action game, and also being able to get who down the field. As soon as I put the ball in Jahmyr Gibbs' belly, everybody's like, runs up. Guess what? No, it's not. We're going over your head. But Christian Mahogany is a huge part of that Kool-Aid.
Especially when you're talking about, again, another player who not as much or as high of an investment as they made in guys like Terrion Arnold, but it's still one of the guys that they said we want to be able to depend on him. We will be able to depend on him. From that standpoint, they called him the dirtbag. They said he was a part of the future of what this offensive line could be, whether it was depth or as a starter. Christian Mahogany has to take a big step forward. Brad Holmes believes in him. Dan Campbell believes in him. I feel like Hank Fraley believes in him as well. I want to see Christian Mahogany go out there and be a part of, as this offensive line is improving, getting younger, getting more healthy as well with Blake Miller and Cade Mays there. Like, I want to see him be able to take that necessary step forward too. Don't have this line be the best it's been in a few years, and you still look like a pedestrian to some degrees. You're not getting up to the speed that this offensive line needed you at last year. Think about how things were falling apart all around them. That's the time that you want to be able to depend on some of your young guys that you drafted for those positions. And you talk about, Brad Holmes and if he's doing the right things. When he's making these investments in these players, we see just how important it is with hitting on those draft picks and these players being able to measure up to that, because when it's not there, it sets things behind way worse than I actually thought. So Christian Mahogany, definitely want to see him take that step up. But I do believe with that improved offensive line, it's not as – I don't know if I would have had him in that top 10. I think the improved line helps him a ton.
Not over Terrion.
I feel
not over Terrion.
You can't grade out second worst at your position in NFL and not be on this list.
That's true.
I don't know what we're doing. Like, that's not what we're going to do here. He's graded out number 2 in terms of worst at his position. You got to be better than that.
He's got to be on the break or make
You got to be
list.
100%. Shout out to some of these people we having in this chat. Braylon, couldn't we also say most important position is OC and DC, Randall Smalls? If you want to talk about most important in terms of what the season is going to be, absolutely right.
Whew.
Kelvin Shepherd,
Get it right,
regardless of the injury of his defensive players, he's got to be a better version of himself this year. And the offensive coordinator. Last year we saw, was it Dan? Is it Christian Mo? We got to have an offensive coordinators, plural, because we got Calf and Pesky, that put the Lions in good position.
Fraley too, man. Don't forget about him, because he was one of those guys who we thought had an opportunity to be considered for more in this organization, and he did. As things changed, they gave him a little bit of a bump, and you heard Johnny Moe in his first year say, you know what, I'm going to really be able to rely on Hank Fraley. Can't wait to get with him. And things took a step back. We thought he was ready. Not just offensive line, but then he got the bump to run game coordinator, and things took a step back on both of those fronts to some degrees. And so Hank Fraley is somebody I'm looking forward to. If you're talking about within the coordinator ranks, he and Calvin Shepard are the two that I'm looking at the most.
I still knew Johnny Moore wasn't going to work, man. Never trust guys with, like, those small tattoos on their ankles. I'm just saying, like, when you get the small tattoo on the ankles, like, I don't know if you cut out
sauce, little sauce.
Little, just a little bit.
him.
Shout out to Duncan Stew in the chat. CBs must play the ball, not hit the receiver early. I 1,000% concur. This is in response to Terrion Arnold not being on the list. He thinks he should be on the list as well.
We knew
I
who
agree.
was talking about.
Like, Terrion Arnold 1,000%. So appreciate you. Let me know what you guys think about this list. Who would you have on this list that is not on here? Derek Barnes, Terrion Arnold are just two names that come to mind. Now, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to reset, reload the show. When we get back, we got a little bit of a treat for you, man. I got a young individual here with a chance to break the state record in the 100-meter dash. He's already won 10:31, which is way faster than I ran in high school and college. So we'll bring up Peyton Sherman in a second. But let's get a message in from Estates Title Agency. I got you, Kool-Aid.
Yes, sir.
If you're buying a home or refinancing, the team of the Estates Title Agency makes the closing process simple and convenient. And that's what it's about. It's about the simplicity and the convenience of doing it the right way. Proudly serving Michigan since 2003. It's over 20 years of experience. And in this game, it's all about experience. It's about what you know. You combine that with Visa High's expertise, man, I'm trying to tell you, they can guide any title or escrow transaction to a smooth landing. Weekends, you know they do that as well. And also they will pull up on you with the late night closing. Just give them the address. Sign this contract and get this thing going. For all your title needs, call Mr. Deeds.
I hope that all of you can find your peace this Memorial Day weekend. But if you need a little bit of help with that, we've partnered up with our friends at Pure Psych in Michigan, as well as a little bit in Northern Ohio. And these guys are amazing because they come up with a plan tailored to just you, all right? Not the cookie cutter stuff. Whether you're dealing with PTSD, anxiety, or just want to get the ball rolling with some counseling, May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so there's no better time to do so than now. Reach out to them. You can find them over at PurePsychMI.com.
Test.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith. New focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
It's game on at Art and Jake's. Wings, burgers, pizza, and ice-cold drinks served up with attention to detail. Wall-to-wall TVs, great service, and a vibe that keeps your crew coming back. Art and Jake's, a sports bar setting with a fine dining flavor.
This is a hungry bear. This is Carl and Jeff. Carl isn't worried because he has focused energy to spare thanks to Thrive energy pouches. Jeff didn't use Thrive when Carl offered. The bear is happy about that.
Don't just survive, thrive.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports. Don't miss all the Detroit Pistons coverage on Woodward Pistons on YouTube. Head over and subscribe now for in-depth Pistons coverage, player interviews, roundtables, and live watch parties. The bad boys of Detroit media are here. Woodward Sports.
Going ahead and get a jump on this information by scanning the QR code above my head. Then you got to go and check out the Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills. It's the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest because, you know, Detroit only does it big. They carry top brands like Infinity and Osaki, making it the go-to destination for premium comfort and cutting-edge technology. Be sure to visit Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, creator of the #1 YouTube channel for massage chair reviews at the Wellness Doc. Book your visit today at massagechairhouse.com or simply scan the QR code on your screen. Look, I'm about to actually do that. Until they get that chair back in here, because I'm kind of missing that from the old studio. Woodward 2.0. We got to get that chair back. In the meantime, I'm going to book my visit. I already sent the QR code out to some friends as well so they can book theirs. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
And I have completely cut out those afternoon coffees because I upgraded my game with Thrive Energy Pouches. This ain't your daddy's dip, y'all. It's tobacco-free, nicotine-free, mental powerhouse, packing smart caffeine, no jitters, zero sugar crash, and no bloating whatsoever. Thrive can be found online at dipstop.com. Remember to use promo code WSF for 50% off your entire order. Found exclusively at all Market Fresh and Market Square locations. Thrive Clean Energy. They flip and work, y'all.
And we back.
All right, my guest on the show, he's thriving, but it's not through nicotine. He is killing it on the track, 10.31 in the 100-meter dash. Just to put that into perspective, 18 years old, he's already run 10.31, which would be a state record if it was at state meet. 10.31. Not a lot of guys have done that. Before this year, there had only been 2 10.3s in the state of Michigan's history. Even around the country, man, like you're starting to see these times drop like flies. And I'm glad we finally got some kids in this state that can do it. Peyton Tremor, amazing, out of Belleville. How you feeling over there, man? Excited. Athletes. 1,000%. Hey, man, 1,000%, man. Shout out to Bryce Underwood up at University of Michigan. Now, your track journey, 10:31 is extremely fast. My fastest time when I was in high school was 10:59. I want to say it was the fastest time at Michigan. I think I ran 10:51, but it's nowhere near 10:31, and that's when I had years in the game. Talk about your love for track, how you got here.
Okay. Well, I didn't even love track in the beginning. My dad brought me over, and I started when I was like 4 or 5.
Oh, long time. Okay.
Yeah, and
professional runner.
Yeah, and then I never really liked it like I like football. But once I got into high school, I started to realize maybe football is not for me.
Yeah.
But I love football so much, I ain't really pursue that.
Okay.
So I think it was my junior year. I just got on varsity. I thought I was gonna start getting some playing time, and then first play of the game on kick receive, I tore my ACL.
Ooh.
And then after that, I did my rehab.
Hold on. So you tore your ACL in high school, your sophomore year, Or your junior year. And you've come back and run 10:31 after tearing your ACL. I tore my ACL when I was in the league. My rookie year, tore it in December, my rookie season. It took me a while to get back. It took me a while to come back through that process. And I just remember it being mentally grueling to get back to that. And I was getting paid to play football. Yeah. You're not getting paid. Talk about coming back, because that's a tremendous, that's a tip in your cap.
Yeah, well, again, I got to say thank you to Coach Huff and PAD Speed for helping me with the rehab.
Yeah, shout out to Coach Huff.
And then, but that whole journey, it was just, I'm glad I have my dad here now.
Shout out to Dwight in the building. I see you over there, Pops.
And then it was just a lot of just a mental game, because I didn't do nothing in football, and I'm like, so what am I about to do in track? Yeah. So then after I got rehabbed and I started running, I didn't have too crazy of a season.
Okay.
We won states in the 4x1 and 4x2.
What was your time last year when you ran?
When I ran, I think I didn't run it till the end of the year, but I ran at 10.57.
Okay.
But that was at the end of the year.
Still faster than me. Still faster than me as just junior.
Yeah. So, but I ran it so late in the year, I couldn't run it at states or nationals.
Okay.
So I just ran the relay, and then summer came around, and I'm working out with the football team, but I'm just like, man, I don't think this is for me. So I had to tell Coach I'm about to try to focus on track, and that's when I started working with Mike.
Shout out to Mike.
And then I think I worked out with Mike every day through the weeks and the weekends for a good, I think, 3 or 4 months. Yeah.
Okay. Putting in that work, just putting in those hours, learning how to run, getting through it a little bit more. Because, one thing, a lot of us are naturally fast or can run, but it's when you learn how to run. It's when you learn the technique.
It's really the fundamentals.
You know what? Speaking of that, we got the video of when you ran 10:31, which is a year after what you're talking about. I want you to take us through this video, because there's an exciting piece for me when I watch this video. Kool-Aid, throw up that 10:31, if you will. And let's take everybody through this race, Pete. All right, here we go.
Beautiful start. I just want, again, I like to get a good start off.
Ooh, a good finish as well.
Oh, my word.
Go back to the start, if you will, Cool. Let's okay,
oh, yeah,
boom.
There you go.
Yeah. Soon as the gun goes off, you can see him. He takes off. He's in his drive.
Goodness.
He's in the drive phase for about 60 meters or so, and then when he comes up, the thing I love about you.
Smile, bro.
I mean, 10:31, I'd be cheesing ear to ear. The thing about watching him is most runners, when you watch them, whether you're talking Usain Bolt, whether you're talking Tyson Gay, whether you're talking Justin Gatlin, Christian Coleman, even Noah Lyles, the younger guys, like you can feel when they're starting to pick up speed. You can feel the transition, because you'll see it. It gets a little uglier. It gets a little louder. It gets a little bit more physical. Like your smooth is you get smoother and you can't tell, you can't hear it, you can't feel it. Like that's dangerous. Like how do you run so effortlessly? Is this Coach Mike and working with Coach Stan as well?
Yeah, Coach Stan and Coach Mike, I really got to give it to him, because he gave me the fundamentals down, and he's really my building block.
Moving.
Yeah, but again, he always told me just start how you finish.
Yeah.
Finish how you start. I'm tripping.
Yeah. And a lot of times, it's not necessarily how you start a race, it's how you finish, or you start any project, it's how you finish. But when you can start like that, it makes it a little bit easy to finish like that. What are your goals and dreams and aspirations beyond this point? Like I remember at one point wanting to be in the Olympics until I realized I couldn't run 10:31 in high school. So you adjust your dreams and your vision. You've already adjusted for football, and kudos to you for sticking with track. But what's next? What do you want to do with track?
Again, I'm still looking for the offers to get to college for free. That's the
10:31. You haven't seen the offer yet.
That education.
10:31. You haven't seen the offer yet. Come on.
Wait. No. Did you see this one?
What are you guys doing?
Did you see this one?
Oh.
Look at this. I'm not even in the screen. Gotcha. Oh my gosh.
Why you do that, boy, like that?
I had to. I can't let my team lose.
He got to go home to his high school girlfriend, man. He got cooked. He done came back and called him. He's got to go home to his family. Like, put his head down.
Look how he comes from out of nowhere.
He's
bro.
not even in the screen. And then, but you see how he never changes gears. You see how he never transitions, but the speed picks up. It gets faster and faster, and he's able to hold his high speed glide. Man, it's some elite stuff. What makes you like the 100? What's your 200 time?
200 time, I think I ran it indoor, but I think it was 21.5.
What? Like, first of all, like my fastest time in the 200 was at Michigan. It was 21.3. I thought I was moving. I thought I was doing something. That was outside. You ran 21.3, 21.5 indoors.
Yeah.
Okay, which race do you like better, the 100 or 200?
The 100.
Now, why you like the 100 better?
Just because it's more of a all-out sprint.
Okay.
Than the 200. The 200, I feel like someone with longer legs or taller
Hello.
than me.
Hello. It's my favorite race. That's why I kept asking. Man, I love running the 200. Having legs does help.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. All right, here we go. So, a week from tomorrow, you'll be in the state meet. And one thing I also love about you, man, you don't duck smoke. Like, I've seen a lot of individuals over the years, back in my day, and even now, ladies and gentlemen, where they know somebody else can move like that, can run like that, they may not go to the meet, or they may not run in the finals. What makes you want all the smoke?
Again, track, it's about competition, but it's really it's all about you. It's you against your time.
Yeah.
Like, again, I think I'm glad I've gone against the people I've gone against because I've raced against Tate Taylor, Jacob A. Jordan, all of them in indoor, and it was just like you can't win them all, but you can always do your best. So
Hey, it's
Boy,
a bar.
I'm trying to tell you right here, man.
Look at this, dog.
It's a man that's wise beyond his years. All right. A week from tomorrow, you have the opportunity to break the state record in the 100-meter dash. It's not necessarily about that, but I'm just trying to hype you up a little bit. What are your thought process this week leading up to next Saturday?
Just, again, going into practice 100% and then really working on my fundamentals.
Yeah. Okay, working on the fundamentals and going to practice the right way. You actually have practice today.
Yeah, I do, in a few hours.
So you're just doing us a favor. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Man, anything for you, brother. Anything for you, man. Look, we're excited to see what your journey holds, man. You're going to get those offers 1,000%. God has a plan for you, and you're racing it out, man. So just keep going, keep grinding. Those deals are going to come because if you see this young man run 10:31 and he's legitimately not even becoming the best version of himself yet, you guys are tripping. Bring the offers in. Hey, that school in Ann Arbor, where you at? What's going on? Anson, you got one for him?
Yeah, I
Jump
got a
in,
couple
Anson.
questions. First of all,
we got one. He got track practice. You know what I'm saying?
100's cool, but what do you run the mile at?
Mile? I've never ran a mile. I've never done that.
I ran the 450s. I hated watching you guys get in and get out so quick. We had to run like 3 miles in the whole day. But my second question is, we got an alley back here. Will you race Bray?
Oh yeah.
First of all, I'm not. First of all, I'm not gonna do that to myself. I'm not about to get whooped in this alley.
Remember what he just said a couple minutes ago? When you have that opportunity to race, but you don't, because somebody there real quick.
But why am I pulling my hamstring racing this kid that I know I can't
pull your hamstring?
To race you, you run 10:31. Yeah, I would have to pull my hamstring. What? First of all, I haven't sprinted against somebody in probably 10 years, and to try to keep up.
I want that video,
but
dog.
you know the competition level is there, so I'm not
video.
just if I'm a race, I'm gonna try, and to try is to pull my hamstring. Now I got limp in the studio, and you guys got the footage,
out there, right?
and you putting it on the social. I'm gonna look bad. Man, get out of here, man. Look, man, we wish you well. We'll be checking in on you. We want to have you back after the race and see how you did.
Okay.
Appreciate you and your father Dwight, who's in the studio as well, for coming up here and spending some time with us. Good luck and do your thing. You don't need luck, man. Just keep God first.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys, man. Look, we'll take a quick commercial break. We'll get back. We got some fun stuff for you as well. Anson's been excited about this topic that may feature somebody that you know. Just saying. First, Kool-Aid, what we got?
Hey, talk to me about water hazards.
We're excited. You better not do anything with these water hazards, man. You get up out of here. We're excited to add water hazards to the bullpen of our friends at Founders Brewing. You've probably seen their bright blue drink. Yeah, that's the water hazard. Best served over ice with a slice. Lemon, preferably. It's a vodka-based cocktail, 5% ABV, that's citrusy, refreshing, and gluten-free. It's also the very first canned vodka cocktail from Founders. It's perfect between innings, and maybe not the Tigers innings, you know what I'm saying? But if you're watching the Tigers, you may definitely need a couple of these water hazards. Enjoy this Memorial Weekend. Founders Craft Cocktails. Get in the drink.
Kool-Aid, what's your favorite pizza? Like the favorite kind of pizza there
Buddy.
Buddies. Come
Buddies.
on, man.
The deep dish, Detroit style?
Deep dish, Detroit style sauce on top. Come on. The crispy caramelized cheese on the crust.
They've been doing it for 80 years out here, man.
Nobody does it like them.
That original location's still standing, and we're going to hook you up with 20% off of your next order. Or you can check out their catering and save up to $200 off. Woodward 20 is your promo code. Head on over to buddiespizza.com.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
Hunting season is almost here, Detroit, and your Lions are on the prowl. Make sure you're locked into Woodward Sports for all the Dan Campbell reactions, Jared Goff touchdowns, Amon-Ra first downs, Penny pancakes, Kirby picks, Gibbs big plays, and of course, Jack Fox's leg. Stay locked in on all your Lions coverage right here on Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. All the Detroit Pistons coverage on Woodward Pistons on YouTube. Head over and subscribe now for in-depth Pistons coverage, player interviews, roundtables, and live watch parties. The bad boys of Detroit media are here. Woodward Sports.
Planet Fitness now has even more best-in-class strength equipment. Join today for $1 down and save.
We're stepping it up.
We're not slowing down.
Finding new faith, new focus.
Love that new equipment smell.
So, you in?
Join the club today. Save when you join for just $1 down, $15 a month. Planet Fitness. We're all strong on this planet.
You smell that? That's Brad Holmes cooking. And the off-season smells good. Woodward Sports. It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com. Don't miss all the Detroit Pistons coverage on Woodward Pistons on YouTube. Head over and subscribe now for in-depth Pistons coverage, player interviews, roundtables, and live watch parties. The bad boys of Detroit media are here. Woodward Sports.
You know, Memorial Day weekend is the official start of home buying season, and we have got you hooked up with the best in the game. We're talking about Supreme Lending. So whether you're just refinancing, whether you're looking for your first home, or whether you're looking to upgrade this summer, you got to get on the horn with Chad and Chris. These guys will get you set up and get your lending profile where you need it to be to get that best interest rate. They've got 0% down payment programs available, and if you mention Woodward Sports, you're going to get up to $500 off of your home appraisal. So reach out to Supreme Lending, ask for Chad or Chris, and get that home buying season started right.
Looking for the perfect spot to host your next party or get together? You know what I tell you every day. Make it at Black Rock. They are an event space, and they want you to come down to enjoy. State on the Stone, which they're the home of. Whether it's a graduation party, a baby shower, rehearsal dinner, it doesn't matter. Come on down to Black Rock. Have a good time. The service is outstanding. And the price points, you just can't beat them. Handcrafted cocktails, refreshing mocktails. Maybe know a little something about that. Fresh salad, stacked burgers, incredible desserts. Yada, yada, yada. This is a place for you. We've been talking and partnering up with them now since August. Let them serve you and book your next event there.
And we back.
I appreciate you guys for sitting through the Peyton Trammer piece. Look, that's more stuff that we want to do. When we were doing that, or I appreciate you, when we were doing that earlier in the season last year, during football season, highlighting some of these high school kids, like it was near and dear to my heart, especially when you got 18-year-olds running 10-3. When I tell you that's insane that he runs 10-31, and he told me off camera that if everything goes right, if the weather conditions were right, because that 10-31 that he ran, it was cold, it was windy, it was 47 degrees. If the weather's right next week, he might be dropping 10-15. Like 10-15 is amazing. 10-15 would have won NCAAs my senior year at Michigan. Like 10-15 would have won NCAAs, and he would have qualified for the Olympics.
I didn't start wearing spikes until junior year.
Oh yeah, I started wearing spikes when I was
everything.
When I was 9.
I didn't get to run senior year. I wish I would have been all state. Honestly, track was phenomenal. I just wanted to be fast. I didn't want the endurance, man. I wanted the top end speed like you two up here had. But I'm built for endurance. So.
I love track because there's not too many sports where you can get like the pure essence of both. You can get team and individualism. Yep. Like in track, you can be individual. You see Usain Bolt go out there and run the 100-meter dash. You run the 200, break the records, do all that, do the lightning bolt, all that. Like that's him. That's who he is. That's his persona. But when Team Jamaica goes out there and they're collective 4 and they bust your ass, like and he anchors, like that is a team field. They're putting the flag around him. So track gives you all those elements.
And even beyond the relay teams. Everybody's scoring, whether it's the big guy with the shot put or it's the girls doing hurdles. Everybody comes together. Everybody has different jobs and different body types, but they all come together for track. It's a very cool sport, man. Yeah. Plus, you get all the other athletes from their other teams. Their coaches make them go run.
Before we go to the next topic, do we have any comments? Because my phone's not here.
We do. We got
Super chats, some comments, some engagement. There was a lot in that first hour. If you just joined the show, go back and watch the first hour of the show. We talked a lot about the Lions, especially as it relates to what players have to be better than where they were last year for the Lions to have that success that they need.
And guys, the likes have to be better too.
Oh, no.
All right. It's Friday. We need you guys to smash that like button. Friday. We hit 50 in the first half hour. We're sitting at 65. We got to be at 100. You already know the deal there. Michael Wary with the second super chat of the day.
Appreciate
We'd love to hear from you guys and hear what you got going on this weekend. Abney has been getting a lot of praise. What do you guys think about him? Brad thinks he's another instinctive guy that can find the football. Bray, I know you're high on him. Let's hear what you have to say.
Yeah, we've talked about this ever since I've been breaking down the film of Keith Abney Jr. out of Arizona State. Like that ball hawking and playmaking ability, that's what they need out of the secondary. That's what they need out of this cornerback position. You got to have a guy not only that can tackle, not only that can cover without getting penalties, make some plays, get some interceptions, take something to the house. I mean, that's what we have not seen since Darius Slay. Like, if we were being realistic at the DB position, Carlton Davis has probably been our best DB in the last 5 years, but he didn't take anything to the house. There weren't any pick sixes. There weren't a continuous bunch of moments where you're like, man, that guy can play. That guy's doing this. Keith Abney Jr. potentially has that ability to be that for you, especially since they're probably going to have him on the field. I think he beats out Roger McCreary in training camp and becomes that third.
That early, huh?
I do.
That'd be great.
Right, I do. I think they're fighting now. And they're going through it. But this is going to be a great spot for young guys and guys that are coming from other places, because when you go from making the playoffs to being number 1 seed to being in conference championships to being the betting favorite to represent a conference, when you go through that and then you get knocked off your square, everybody got knocked off their square. It's not a situation where, like, just because your season wasn't as bad as somebody else on your team, the Detroit Lions did not make the playoffs. So they're all going to be fighting. You know what that intensity level is going to be at in the weight room right now in Allen Park? Do you know what 7-on-7 is going to look like in May? Everybody knows they got a shot. Like when you're coming off a season where there's 9-8, you don't make the playoffs, everybody's job is up for grabs. Hypothetically speaking, obviously some players, but it's on the line. So I think you'll see the best out of the competition level that has been maybe since 2021, 2022, 2023, where they're really fighting and jockeying for position. But we saw something fun. We thought we'd bring it to you. You guys love that Josh Cribbs stuff. So I saw this, scrolled through some stuff, and found something cool, Anson.
Yeah, it's very fun. We teased it a little bit yesterday. 32 teams in the NFL. It's been how long since a Lion caught 10-plus touchdowns?
If I had to guess, Amon-Ra, I think he was just at 10 last year.
So not that long ago.
So, I want to say 2025 for the Lions.
I bet there's quite a few teams that had 10-plus touchdown receivers last year. But I'm curious, who the worst is. We'll get there. We're going to start off on the top.
Just look at the Rams. That's the first thing you notice about the Rams. It makes sense. Matt Stafford had a career, not a career year, had a very good year, won MVP. 2 receivers over 10 touchdowns.
Who's going to have 2 next year? Honolulu Blue.
J-Mo.
Yes, sir.
It'd be J-Mo and St. Brown. They did that a couple years ago.
Yes, sir. They're going to do it again this year. But you see,
there was Trey McBride at 10-plus.
What is that? 6 teams that had 10-plus touchdown receivers.
Cincinnati
One of them's a tight end. 2 of them are tight ends. Dallas Goedert as well. One of them are our very own Amon-Ra.
Dallas Goedert is kind of cheating. Because his 10 touchdowns, because they start using him as the what do you call that, the tush push. They start using him as the tush push option B, line up in the tush push and do that quick shuffle to him. He had 3 touchdowns in the freaking Broncos game alone.
Yeah.
I want to say, was it the Broncos game?
I've been waiting.
But
yes,
10 touchdowns is 10 touchdowns.
I loved him coming out of school. I've been waiting for that eruption. He was a top 6 tight end. Well, tight end last year, but had a hell of a year. Still only 591, yards, but 60 catches for 10 touchdowns. Probably not going to repeat that next year.
Brian Thomas, I'm still very intrigued about the potential of that move between he and A.J. Brown.
I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah, you and a lot of people in the NFC.
Would help my dynasty team. I'll tell you that.
Who else we got? Let's see.
Another tight end on here, Mark Andrews, but these guys obviously a year before that in 24.
That's why I chose Kenyon Sadiq. That's why I chose Kenyon Sadiq. The offensive weapons now, they're the tight ends.
Well, and the game is
the
evolving towards that.
100%. You know why the game is evolving towards that? Is because you got a lot of
Patriots.
Well, not only that, you have a lot of quarterbacks that are coming to this that aren't necessarily good quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You got a lot of quarterbacks that are learning to play quarterback. Back in the day, you had a lot of guys that were learning to be star pros. Now they're just learning how to be a pro quarterback. And the best way to help our young quarterbacks is running backs that can catch out of the backfield. Yeah. And tight ends.
Ever since Gronk hit the scene alongside Aaron Hernandez, everybody's been looking for that move and inline combo, and the kids are realizing it. Last 20 years, you've been seeing some tremendous prospects coming out. So.
Who's next on this list? Let's see any surprises. What we got? Next sheet. All right,
Jetta.
Jeffers, I feel bad for him, man. Because I understand his plight. I understand, and I never
all too well.
And
my
I never
friend.
had a Kirk Cousins, so I understand. Mike Evans 2024, Scary Terry 24. They didn't have 10 touchdowns, so I guess
a lot of injuries.
You're right. Him and George Pickens both are injured.
Injuries across the top of the board.
23. Speaking of Tyreek Hill, I'm very intrigued. And 2 of these guys are up here, Tyreek and Kelsey. Very intrigued, Kool-Aid and Sweet Potato. What are the Kansas City Chiefs going to do with the Rashee Rice situation? There are 2 wide receivers floating around. One, Tyreek Hill, who's played there, who has Super Bowls there, and the other is Stephon Diggs. Does the situation with Rashee Rice kind of lean KC into this Tyreek Hill situation?
Yeah. I mean, this is a guy that has questionable personality.
Not in KC.
But not in KC.
100%.
It worked out really, really well there. My biggest question for Tyreek is, what happened to that photo?
Why now?
Is that his real neck?
He's
shout out Power Neck.
Power Neck.
Shout out our guy James.
That tattoo looks really expanded.
Listen, I mean, he had a really down year, had some injuries. That is such a fit for both sides. Because why is he still out there? This guy is one of the most skilled wide receivers in the league and still one of the fastest, even with the injuries. Yeah. And the fact that KC's dealing with what they're dealing with, I don't know why this hasn't already happened.
Injury crash out, and a lot of other things off the field. When you look at that with Tyreek Hill, that's why it's holding him up in terms of getting deals. And also, he's not coming off the price point.
Yep.
Like, that's him and his agent locked in battle. But wow. KC hasn't had 10-plus touchdowns in 20. I guess it's a lot of other
And look at
weapons.
this. There's another guy in the middle here that might
just
be
talking about Stephon Diggs is the other guy. Stephon Diggs is the other guy. If I'm them, sometimes individuals, when they play with certain guys, they know how do I phrase this? If I'm Stephon Diggs and I go to a team that's not the Kansas City Chiefs and it's not Patrick Mahomes and they're not potentially going to the Super Bowl, like, you can see the things that you do, the things that have been distractions, you're going to stay doing that because somebody paid you, you're stuck in that, and you don't care. When you play with certain quarterbacks or certain people and you understand, man, this is my shot to get a ring. This is my shot to turn it around. This is my shot to change the narrative. You stay up and flash straight.
I'm on this desk. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, well, okay. All right, next slide. Let's see what we got. Devontae Adams.
He's on here twice.
No, 3 times.
3 times.
Because he's on here for the Rams.
There he is twice again.
That's why he was my favorite ever since Randy Moss. Obviously, because I played in the same time as some of those guys. So, like, Calvin, I appreciate you, but you were my competition. I can say how great you were. George Kittle, he's always DeAndre Hopkins. So that means Nico Collins was close and got hurt. Eric Ebron, there's a name for the Lions fans.
Shout out.
Wasn't that his first year away from Detroit, too?
It's 2018. It was. Yikes. And it was.
He was talking junk.
And it was 15 tuds.
That's 8 years. It can't go more than 8 years
he
back,
was getting
right?
loud during that.
Is there another?
Mike
page?
Williams too? Oh yeah.
2018.
Mike Williams in that, like, the Jets thing. That was very confusing.
How do you go a decade without a guy catching 10 balls?
You know what? Not necessarily how do you go a decade. How do you go a decade in this NFL?
That's what I'm talking about.
Past
1970s, okay.
And here's another 2018. Odell Beckham with the Giants. Yeet. Ted Ginn Jr., former teammate. I played.
It's been a long time since I said that name.
I know, right? It's 2015. It was 11 years ago. Shout out to Gronk, still holding it down. This year was crazy.
Yeah.
And guess what? Still didn't make the playoffs.
I always was a Decker fan.
Like, same. Good dude. 2 guys, 10 more touchdowns.
What's
1,500,
What's B. Marshall like? He a little wild.
He like his podcast. Like, that's him.
Okay.
Like, a lot of people you see on TV, and it's like, oh yeah, that's a personality, that's a shtick, as they say. Nah, it ain't. It's all him. Jimmy Graham.
Wait, you skipped Alshon and the Chicago Catfish.
I will tell you this. Like,
Chicago.
It will always be a mystery to me, the Eagles and Patriots Super Bowl, because Alshon Jeffrey had no business getting 172 yards, a touchdown, and being the player that he was that day. Because the starting DB, Malcolm Butler, would have locked him up.
Yeah.
But he didn't start, and guess what? We never knew.
Alshon's just a jump ball guy. The fact that he caught all those passes in that game blew my mind.
Yeah, who you telling? Like, I'm not a hater, but
Another tight end, former basketball
Jimmy
player.
Graham. I used to work out with him at University of Miami. All the Miami guys go back to
I heard
Miami.
he's cool as hell.
Yeah, he 100% is. Shocky's cool too.
Wait.
What's he?
Is that 20 years?
Close, 19, 20 calendar.
I mean, if you include that zero in there, it's like 20 years.
Is that Flash Gordon?
Well, that's got to be, that's got to be my guy Gordon, right?
Probably Flash Gordon.
Yeah, bro. Oh, man. I love me some Josh Gordon, man.
Flash Gordon did his thing.
Dynasty championship. Who else could it be from the Browns?
I don't know, but...
Webster Slaughter.
What up, though?
Webster Slaughter?
No, that would have been 1988,
oh, that's before
87,
this time?
if you will.
This is crazy.
Yeah, 07.
07? Who could that be? Anybody in the chat? Do you guys know who it could be? Uh-oh.
Who that?
We got all kinds of trouble in here today. No. Who would this be, though?
Recall it. I mean, I didn't reveal
It's not Webster Slaughter? Well, you got another one here? Throw it up.
What team is that? Bottom right?
Cleveland Browns, baby. For all the hate.
It's that guy right there.
You know who it is.
Let's
you know what
go.
it is. I'm tell you like this. Wherever you go, leave your mark. You can say whatever they want to say about me down in Cleveland. They can't take them 16 touchdowns and steal the franchise record away.
Shout out
That's
Machine
crazy
Gun Barbie is in the house.
What up, though? How you doing over there? Good to see you guys again, too. Doing some good things. Hey, that's what we're sports, man. We're evolving. We're expanding.
The
a lot of
culture
good
in these
things
first
going
3
on.
weeks here, man, it's been fun.
But this is what you do, man. Like, you got to leave that mark, man. 16 touchdowns. So, Michigan, we left the mark.
So is this
mark.
add to the legend of Bray or continue the demerit of the mistake by the lake?
I think it's a bit of both.
It's a lot of both, I think.
will say this, though. Like, why they use that picture? Like, why they use that Seattle picture? My face looks stuffy. Like, I look like I had a rough night. Man, that's a rough picture.
A rough night.
Do us better. Like, that's a tough picture. But, yeah, I saw that and thought that was interesting. And it's funny. Usually when people send me this stuff, I know they're sending it to me for a reason. No one sent this to me, so, like, to see the last one and stumble upon it was kind of cool.
Did you know that?
No, because I assumed Juice Landry. I assumed Josh Gordon. I assumed
Josh never did get to 10, huh?
No, he did. Yep. But it's crazy because he had 4 200-yard games, 1,500 yards.
Best supplemental draft pick in history.
Yeah, Josh Gordon is like you talk about like frames, body type. Like he's prototypical horse receiver. Like prototypical.
If only they let them smoke weed. Hall of Fame?
Smoking weed is getting people in trouble, man. Ask Rashi Rice about that. Like, and Uncle Shay Shay, although I never liked the name Shay Shay. Like, once he started saying Uncle Shay Shay, I said, something's going on with Shannon Sharp. But with that being said, he hit the nail on the head. Yeah, because you remember he came out with, like, the Merce or the fanny pack or the man bag, whatever the hell y'all call
Merce.
it. Yeah, it's suspect. But he did say this, and it's true. He's like, I understand that weed is legal in certain places. Weed is recreational here in Michigan. Weed is recreational in a lot of places, in a lot of states. But when you work for a company, when you work for an organization where you cannot smoke regardless of what it is, then you can't. That is just what it is. So put the weed down. Leave the weed alone, unless you can.
Unless you're headed to Loom, baby.
100%. All right, let's get
win
some
that
commercials.
$1,000.
20. What's that?
They're giving a 25 over all of their spots. There's $1,000 and a $500 for each location.
Let's just rob.
Awesome stuff. Check out loom.com.
Let's just rob them. Hey, let's just rob them. Let's get all the gift cards and just give it out to the chat. See, I was talking about giving it to the chat.
I'm talking about taking the weed and giving it to the chat.
Like Calvin got a job.
So we can
Let's
take.
go, Rob.
How about you take the cannabis and then we'll keep that, but then the money we give to the chat.
We might be getting a call from Bomber after this show.
You know what? It's off the rails. All right, Kool-Aid. What are we looking to? What are we talking about?
What, in terms of reads?
Yeah, we do a read.
You know what?
Done.
We got a couple commercial breaks so we can run out.
What's the chat got going on, man? How you guys enjoying the weather? What's up with you? Talk to me. Talk to me today, Anson. Get some chat conversation going on.
I liked this one.
Yeah.
It reminded me of my days back in the day, running track.
Oh, yeah.
Where is this? Cache
Track
County.
Track in the summer was always fun. Like track sucked, and it still sucks. Like, I don't care how great you are at track. Like, trust me, Usain Bolt hates track. Like, Justin Gatlin hates track as it relates to practice.
True story.
Like, you hate practice. Like, I never went to track practice. It was like, yay, I'm going to track practice. No, it's not like that. But in the summer, something about summer, practice is a little earlier.
Yeah.
It's nice outside. You can legit leave the track, go outside, hang with your friends. Like, that was a real thing back in the day.
I love that.
You can hear the ice cream truck as you're running around the track. So summer track is fun.
Well, and speaking of that, Cache County Corruption ran track just to get himself out of school. He was terrible at that sport, but didn't care. I didn't have to sit through class. We had these 3 guys from wrestling that their coach made him be on the thing. So they would come out and they'd do shot put. And they hid in the shed on top of all of the pole vault mats and enjoyed what Loom sells.
Yeah.
That's all they did.
I know nobody in the track is trying to talk about the sorry Tigers team.
Oh, we're doing not Tigers talk today.
Yeah, we could talk baseball and go around it, but
anything but.
We can't talk about the Tigers because the Tigers
Any
are
diamond talk but the Tigers.
Tigers are abysmal.
Bro, that's a compliment.
Here's my issue with the Tigers. Like, here's my issue with fans of the Tigers that still have support, that are still trying to hold, not even the support. You're supposed to support your home team. The people that are still saying they're good, and they're using the excuse, the players that are hurt, the pitchers that are hurt. Realistically, the pitcher's not the issue. Like, the pitching has not been the issue for the Tigers over the past 3 seasons. Even now, the Tigers' pitching isn't the issue with Verlander hurt, with Framber Valdez doing whatever the hell he's doing, with Tarek School being out. Casey Myers played well the last 2 games. Even the bullpen was good the last 2 games, or 2 games ago. You can't hit. So everybody's like, the injuries. They're like, oh, my God, the injuries. The guys will be back. Who's coming back to save this Tigers team? Because it ain't Parker Meadows.
Well, Troy Melton will be back Sunday, but if you can't get a hit, it don't matter.
It's not Parker Meadows. It's not Javi Baez or Javier Baez. Who is it? Oh, I'm sorry, it's Kerry Bonds. No, it's not. Check his WAR out.
That's right.
Before he got hurt. So these players that are hurt, and people are like, hey, look, when they get back, what? You're 20-51. Or 31, excuse me. You're 20-31 right now out of 51 games. So it's for me, it's not about them coming back. Like, this season for me is over with. I don't care who's coming back. Like, if they don't make a move, they haven't made any real moves in the front office. And everybody got excited, including myself, about the Framber Valdez move, about the Justin Verlander move. We're excited because what do we think? They're spending money now. Now they're going to spend the money on the bet. Newsflash, no, they're not. They tricked us.
They did.
They tricked the hell out of us. Because we got they signed JV. They signed JV and Verlander in the same week. So legitimately, like, we're excited as hell. We're like, oh yeah, man, look, this is what they're doing to making the moves. And we were so caught up into that, we didn't pay attention. We still don't have anybody that can hit.
We were celebrating, and you're right. And it's almost as if the JV move with Framber, it allowed us to just say, you know what? Well, we'll see where things go. You know, getting Kevin McGonigal up there, it was almost a couple things to just kind of soothe us. And now when you wake up, it was almost like the boiling frog analogy. I felt like we just woken up in a pot of boiling hot water, and it's too late for us to even jump out. And I know that there's some people who believe that the Tigers are going to get hot in the second half of the season. I will try to hold out hope to see if this Tigers team can do something different in the second half of this season than they did in the previous two when they looked better equipped for it. I don't know how they look better equipped to actually go on a run in the second half of the season. I get it. The arms can get healthy. But does that mean that they're going to actually be reliable as we expect?
I would just say it this way. How did the Tigers finish the season last year? Like shit. How did the Tigers start this season? Like shit.
35-65.
So really,
35-65. 30 games under 500.
So that's more than a large sample size. How they finished the year and then how they started this year. And realistically, you really need to be pissed at Scott Harris. And the reason why you need to be pissed at Scott Harris is because you watched the Seattle Mariners series. You watched Tarek Skubal take himself out of the game as he pitched to Jim, as he pitched to Marvel, as he didn't give up but one run. And you still couldn't get that hit. You still couldn't get that run. You saw all of that, and you did not address that in the offseason. It was never about the pitching. Yeah. You saw that last year, and then the offseason, it's like, oh, yeah, we'll get more pitching. Pitching will be – no, it's not. You still need bats.
Let me
professional bats.
Yeah, let me read something from a friend of mine, Casey Lewis, in my Dynasty chat group. This might have been the best case scenario, honestly. This team was good. For one, Campbell, good, okay. For one half of a season. This is their real team, though, and their real offense. They should have traded him in the offseason, but you can get some good prospects for him now. Listen, this is that same deal that we watched with the Pistons this last year, all right? What we've seen with the Tigers. But the Tigers are in a different situation than what the Pistons are in. The Pistons' core age is 23 years old. You look at this Tigers team, and if they're sitting on top or near the top of a really terrible division, you can blame so much of this on the injuries, and then you can make a run, squeak into the playoffs, get out of the first round, and everybody gets a free pass because we're good. The fact of the matter is that Skubal is the most tantalizing and highest value trade player in the last 10 years of MLB. And you get an opportunity to cash in on him this trade deadline. They have to be sellers, Bray.
Yeah, 100%. Even he can't fully do it for you. See what he did last year. How many times have you left Skubal hanging? He didn't even have those wins for you last season. It was, you guessed it, Casey Mize.
Yes, sir.
1,000%. So just looking at them, we were talking yesterday a little bit, kind of how about the NBA has changed and the third rap has changed. Like, baseball has changed too. I saw a stat. Kyle Schwarber, Philadelphia Phillies right now, had 20 home runs.
I thought offense was down this year.
Well, not in Philly.
Wow.
20 home runs before May 18th. Now, just to make it, make it sense why I would bring that up, Barry Bonds, when he notoriously had 73 home runs, broke the record. He had 20 by May 19th.
4 days later.
Mark McGwire, same day. Aaron Judge, when he had 62, June 3rd. Sammy Sosa, who had 66 twice, 64, and then he had 59, 58, 57. Yeah, I was a big Sammy guy. June 8th. May 15th, we already got 20 home runs for Kyle Schwarber. On the flip side, you know how many strikeouts he's on pace for? You guessed it.
240?
No, more than that.
More?
Yes.
Ooh, really?
On pace for
270?
261, I believe. Wow. Fire alarm! But that's just where we are, where it's like if you can bang out the home runs, if you can crank out the home runs, we can forget about the other stuff. That's why the Riley Green thing has been so interesting because, he's giving you 35 home runs. He's giving way too many strikeouts. If you're striking out at that level, you better have this type of home runs.
When you can fold
that
a
hard?
one knee and
Hell
still
yeah.
knock it out of the building, I am curious where Roger Maris hit his 20th. What day?
Ooh, I don't know. That would be a question
61.
for Chef. Let's take a quick commercial break.
Shout
We'll
out.
come back. We'll reload and we'll finish the show. What are you doing? You know what? How about you guys drive the show? What do you want to talk about
Take
the
the
last
wheel.
15 minutes of the show? You take the wheel, of course, and along with Jesus. Take a quick commercial break.
So I said we do got that Trajan audio as well.
Sure.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasta salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. Original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them. And that's not very nice.
It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Don't miss all the Detroit Pistons coverage on Woodward Pistons on YouTube. Head over and subscribe now for in-depth Pistons coverage, player interviews, roundtables, and live watch parties. The bad boys of Detroit media are here. Woodward Sports. Head to woodwardsports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. Woodwardsports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at woodwardsports.com. Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
All right, welcome back in to the Braylon Network Show. Last 15, 13 minutes of the day. I know you guys are excited to get to your Memorial Day weekend. I am too. Man, kick my feet up. Some good golf on this week. It's going to be a rainy day tomorrow, so that sounds like a movie day. A chill situation. I am very excited.
Techno Bray on Monday.
Oh, 1,000% get out there, get that energy going.
Boots and cats.
Now,
I can't wait to see the content y'all get from that. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I think with the Tigers being trash, I know those of you out there that are saying, man, I'm not watching the Knicks and Cavs. I think you're liars, but you know what? I won't speak for you. I got a chance to watch some of that game. You know, I watched a little bit of that game. Here's my question. Are you more impressed with what the Knicks are doing, being able to come back from 22 down in game one, win 2 in a row, 2-0, looking good, looking great, looking like they'll get back to the finals for the very first time since 1999, or am we more disappointed in the team that we saw win 3 games in a row against the Detroit Pistons and steal Game 7 at home on the Pistons' own floor? Anson, I come to you, more disappointed or more impressed?
I can just say 0, right?
Sure, why not?
Okay, listen, I kind of expected it to be split, But we just
0.0.
just watched the Cavs go down 0-2 on the road and still win the series. This is a 7-game series, a trashy one, a floppy one. And it's still going to ring the cash register because it's the New York media market. I do love watching the Cavs get a big taste of their own floppy medicine, but I think that the Knicks are going to see the same thing happen to them in the mistake by the lake. You're going to see all kinds of calls go the other way. The flopping will be won by Harden instead of Brunson. At the end of the day, if you can't stop Brunson, the Peasants are going to look amazing. That's why they look so bad against the Pistons the 3 times they played, because the Pistons have the stopper. Cleveland doesn't, and I do believe that the Knicks will advance. I think the Cavs, much to your point, we all think the Cavs are better, but this is the NBA, and it will be the Peasants.
The Knicks are definitely a very different team than when they played against the Pistons in the regular season. That's another thing that if they would have seen each other, that would have brought up. Like, this ain't your daddy's
I
dip.
was a 7-game series.
This ain't your daddy's dip.
This ain't your daddy's dip.
According to Sweet Potato, this ain't your daddy's dip. You're seeing a team that is more focused now, playing a little bit different. Kool-Aid, I come to you, the resident basketball aficionado, although Anson dibbles and dabbles as well. What say you? Is you more impressed with the Knicks are doing? Because, I mean, there is an element to be impressed with to a certain extent, but the disappointment of what Donovan Mitchell and his squad looks like could, put paid to.
Now, for me, I do believe this is impressive what the Knicks are doing. I think this is more about what they're doing to rise from the ashes of the Peasants and honestly prove themselves to be kind of cut with a certain metal that I was wondering if they had. Now, the Cavaliers, that's a squad who I don't believe in them because they're number one star. I believe Donovan Mitchell is very, very talented, but I do believe he needs a little bit more help around him too. And that's where James Harden has been able to really, really assist him this year. But I still don't think it's going to be enough because they're not able to stop Jalen Brunson. He's on a special, special run right now through this Eastern Conference playoffs. I think it's set up well for him rather than having to go through kind of the path the Pistons were on. But you eat what's on the plate. And I think Jalen Brunson right now is looking at their backcourt and the defense or lack thereof and absolutely picking them apart.
No doubt.
It looks personal.
I'm impressed with what the Knicks are doing. Look, at the end of the day, I'm disappointed in Cleveland after watching what they did to the Pistons, but you bring up a good point. It is the Pistons. The Pistons almost lost to the Orlando Magic if there's not for Franz Wagner, so maybe there's that element. But I'm impressed with what the Knicks are doing. You watched last night. Josh Hart is the leader of the team last night. Like, when you watched the team last night in the third quarter, like, Jalen Brunson had 7 in the third quarter. Josh Hart had 12 in that quarter. Jordan Clarkson had 4. He was 2 for 2 in that quarter. OG Anunoby. Like, when you're watching the bench play, when you're watching what guys are doing for them, they're getting added input. And the other thing I like about it, you mentioned Brunson. You're watching championship pedigree. They haven't won in New York, but guess what? Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson have definitely won the championship together. And when you see how they play, they understand these moments. They understand this space. So you guys want to call them peasants? That's all well and good. They might be that too. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm impressed with them. They swept Philly, and they've turned it on. They've turned to a better team, and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, which you can still be, somewhat impressed by.
Thumbs up, Josh
That's
Hart.
fair.
Thumbs up, Josh Hart. Thumbs up.
I see what you did there.
I did too. I did too. Like now you might want to go wash your finger off.
I'm gonna wash my whole damn hand, man.
After doing
I got
that.
peasant juice all over it.
What are we most excited for this weekend outside of movement? Like
my date on Monday, bro. I can't wait. Listen, if you walk around anywhere with this man, you're a celebrity. It's pretty cool, and to be able to do it in my element is going to be ultra, ultra fun. I just can't wait to get back to movement, my friend.
Loom Cannabis, please help me.
I'll have plenty, dog.
Sweet
Don't
Potato
worry.
Cam, man. Like, I know you always got something going on with the family.
I
You're
am
always
interested.
surprising. What do you have going this weekend?
Any earthly babes?
Inquiring minds want to know.
I think I'm going to freestyle it this weekend. I was fixing to head out to Coldwater to hang out at my buddy's cottage. He got a new boat. Shout out to my boy Hada. What up, though?
Shout out to the GOAT.
But with some weather blowing in and forecasted, I think I'm going to linger around the city here and catch some after hours.
Hey, now that's one thing I can't indulge in. I'm like, after hours are for a different place. And with this fasting, ain't going to be no after hours for me.
Just this weekend, though.
I will have options for us, though.
My butt's going to be at home in the bed.
I will have options for us, though, just in case.
I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I won't be looking.
Hey, Steve-O Baby in the chat before we get to Kool-Aid.
Go ahead.
He's going bowling tomorrow, and he's going to cook himself a steak and drink some beer on Monday.
Ooh.
Shout out to Maz that was in the studio
Yes,
earlier today. Man, it was good to see Maz on Crunch Time. Go back and check those guys out. Booner and my boy Jeff Iafredi back at the network. Check out Crunch Time 11-2-1. It was good to see Maz. Like, Maz is the bowling. He's the guy. He's the bowling guy. He's always talking about his bowling dates. I remember him talking so much stuff about bowling. And we had a Woodward Sports bowling night, and I put the boots to him. I felt bad for beating up on Maz.
He put the boots to him. We need you guys to put the finger to the like button. We need 19 before the end of the show.
Treat
I know
it right.
you guys
Treat it
got
nice.
us.
Come on, man. Like Chubb Rock said, man, treat it right. Kool-Aid.
Yes,
Here
sir.
we are, man. End of the show. What do you have planned? Any special dates with Miss Kool-Aid, the kiddos? You sneaking out on your own? What's the word? I know where you won't be. I know you won't be at LCA.
Definitely won't be at LCA. So sad. They should be playing, it still feels like. But you know what? Get a little bit of opportunity to get ready for Detroit Lions football. You can smell the football in the air. But before that, barbecue season in the air, man.
Hey.
So definitely gonna get to cooking with with wifey. Really, she's gonna be doing the cooking. She throws down. There are certain things that I definitely handle as well, like greens. I overlook the mac and cheese because they like how it is from our culture. Okay. A little bit better. Definitely, man. But we got some stuff planned, and I'm also gonna take rock. You guys already know we get these weekends. Try to make sure that the mama of 4 gets to have a little bit of an outlet on the weekend. So we got some stuff planned. Maybe a little bit of Texas Day, Brazil.
You are a good man, good husband, good father as well.
You feel free to bring some of those leftovers in on Tuesday.
Shout out. Well, I guess it's towards the end of the show, so now we got to talk about what this weekend's going to
I was going to say, y'all going to be mad at me when you hear me from in downtown. Me and Cam going to be out there like, Anton, Bray,
hey, what up,
let us in.
Yo, let us in, yo.
I'm going to slide you the wristband, man, like old school. Here, take the wristband, put it on, and give it back.
Oh, snap.
All right, you see the graphic right here,
I was
man.
trying to talk the whole time like I was a little distracted.
It's a little something on Anson's right shoulder, if you will. This is called Peaks and Cheeks. Great graphic done by you. Now, you guys have
It's a great graphic. Can we just take a moment and, yes, golf clap.
100%. Now, you know,
I'm talking about the mountains, of course.
100%. I am too. Now, you know how we do Peaks and Cheeks? It's who's going to perform this weekend, who's not going to perform this weekend. We come back on Monday, and we discuss whose individual turned up, whose individual did not turn up. Peaks and Cheeks for the weekend. Anson, I know you're ready, so go.
I'm not putting Wemby out there because the guy is a mountain himself. So Donovan Mitchell going to equalize the series Saturday and then Monday, and we'll be coming in here talking about a 2-2 series. He's going to go off. All right. I wouldn't be surprised to see him put up 70 points over the next 2 games or more. Heard it here first. We doing just Peaks, or am I doing both?
Yeah, you can do both. Yeah,
okay.
It's 357.
The next one, it's the Spicy Cat. The Spicy Cat. Listen,
literally,
Cleveland's got the big men to go and dominate the paint over the weekend, and there will be a scapegoat, which you can't ever be Brunny. So it's going to be Cat or Mike Brown. But I believe that it will be Cat that we will be pointing our fingers at as Cheeks.
What say you, sweet potato Cam?
Yeah, so my peaks is going to be, we're going to go, this is going to be a shout out to Memorial Weekend here, the holiday in the Indy 500. Alex Palou, dominant Spaniard, could go back-to-back here. So I feel like that's going to be my peak.
Okay.
The unofficial kickoff this summer here, the Indy 500.
Oh, okay. Shout out. Indy 500. You know, oh, man, I got the news yesterday, man. I know it's no easy way to transition that. Kyle Busch.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know that a week ago he won his 69th race?
I saw that.
And do you know what's going on? Him and his wife were taking insurance companies and just won another multi-million-dollar settlement. And all of a sudden, something gets put into this man's body, and he deteriorates and dies over a week.
They said he was coughing up blood.
Say he coughing up blood on the 911 call.
Yeah,
don't dig too deep into why Kobe Bryant's dead either.
I saw that one.
Now but see that one has a lot of legs on that. When you talk about the Kobe deal, what he was doing, what he was buying, what he was setting
What
up.
he was that Monday, he had a $1 billion court case with a big time pharma company.
1,000%. Yeah, no easy transition back, but rest in peace to Kyle Busch. Rest in peace to his family, and rest in peace to the villain.
Someone who transcended that sport amongst multiple coaches.
He may be in the villain cool. Yeah. Like, he may be in the villain cool. Like, not a lot of people can make the villain being cool, but still do it like on the cool side, not do crazy shit. So, rest in peace, and then to his family. Keep you in our prayers. Yeah. So
Cheeks though.
Cheeks.
R.I.P. to Kyle Busch though. Cheeks is gonna be.
You can't say like Cheeks and then R.I.P. to Kyle Busch, because then I thought like your Cheeks.
I got to separate those two.
Yeah, I was like, oh what?
I'm messing with you. Go ahead, sweet potato.
Lo siento mucho.
There you go. Then
Cheeks is going to be going to the NBA Zebras, who will not be calling real fouls, but rather all the flippin' flopping fouls.
Bravo, my friend.
I like that one as well. I am going to go. I had the same guy that you used for Cheeks, so I'll switch mine out. I think Scottie Scheffler. I used him last week. I'm going to flip it. I'm going to make him my Cheeks, because I think Scottie Scheffler, who's the best golfer in the world, is going to do what he's been doing this particular year, which is contending, making you think that he's going to do those Scottie Scheffler stuff, and then on Sunday playing a brand of golf that you do not recognize. So I do not have him winning this week. I think he will be the Cheeks. And my peak, you know who the NBA wants to win this game. I still think it's OKC. I think they want to suppress Wemby for one more year.
They gotta.
Because at the end of the year, you suppress Wemby for a year. You really, really get people clamoring for it a little bit more. They don't see it too early. You got to get OKC. Chet Holmgren. Chet Holmgren is a guy that you're trying to figure out, is he in there? Are you in there? Or are you terrified of who Victor Wembanyama is and has become? I think he
San Antonio, yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah, I think Chet comes to play this particular weekend in San Antonio. So look for Chet to have a big game tonight. And then, like I said, my Cheeks will be, what did I say it was? It's been a long week.
It was Chet.
No, Chet's my peak.
Oh, your peak.
Chet's my peak.
Scheffler is your
Scheffler is my cheek.
What about Kool-Aids?
Yeah, I was going to go with potentially OG Anunoby as my peak. I believe he's going to have a heck of a weekend here. But for my peak, I got to go with the city of Detroit. Memorial Day weekend, Movement Festival, Off the Water.
Shout out.
You guys already know how we hold it down. It's not just theirs. It's all over. We do events right. And I'm looking forward to Memorial Day in Detroit. I believe we're going to come through the weekend. We're going to know it was a great one. I can't wait to see the content on Tuesday. But my Cheeks, I believe it's going to be James Harden.
Easy one.
For me, it's like with
easy money, he said.
With Donovan
Mitchell. That was
Mitchell,
my last week, Cheeks, and I was right.
Listen, I expect Donovan Mitchell to not necessarily measure up in this moment. I just do. That's just how I feel. I think he's a really good player, but sometimes you need your team to be put together a little bit more. That's where I believe James Harden was brought here to be that. And if he does fail at this, which I do believe through the weekend, I say OG Anunoby is my peak. Why? Not just how he's versatile on the offensive side, but I believe he's going to absolutely put a vice grip on those guards whenever they switch them up there. So I'm looking at James Harden being the cheeks of the weekend for me when we come back here on Tuesday.
Yeah,
definitely.
Check this out. Appreciate you guys this week, man. It's been a good week out of you, chat. Today we fell short of our goal maybe a little bit, but you know what? I'm not tripping. It's Memorial Day weekend. I know you guys are excited for this long weekend, and you're off work Monday. Enjoy it. You guys work hard for that cash, man. So enjoy it. Work hard.
Smash that like button. I gotta read this one real quick. Okay. Another one from Cache County Corruption. I'll watch the Braylon show just for that damn graphic. The peaks and cheeks.
Oh, 100%.
This is Techno Bray. There it is. Yeah, enjoy, guys.
I was like, man, they really like Bray's graphic up there, huh?
I like that
at Techno
one too.
Fest.
We will get more of that on Monday.
Not necessarily one of my pictures. Look, man, we appreciate you guys. Right. We drive the show for you, through you. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. Be smart. Be smart. I don't want you guys coming on Tuesday when we're doing it, because Monday is the best of. I don't want to be hearing about, oh, man, this
Don't
happened.
be dead wrong.
Don't be like JPP. Don't be like JPP. We appreciate you guys for answering Sweet Potato, B-Lad, and Kool-Aid. We are the Braylon Network Show, and we will see you guys next week.
Look Looking for your daily sports fix? Look no further. Join Braylon Edwards, the University of Michigan legend.
Lofting it right corner of the end zone for Braylon, up in the air. Touchdown, Michigan!
And Shep.
Do you believe this comeback?
Your favorite sports commentator as they tackle the hottest topics in the world of sports. Catch the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep, Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network. Get ready to laugh, learn, and love sports like never before.